Mayo experience.
Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by Underdog. This is the 2025 Masters Cut Sweat Live. Cuss is sitting next to me, enjoying all of the screen. You haven't enjoyed this the entire time, have you?
I have not.
4-screen style. Have you watched much of the Masters?
A little bit, yeah.
You've been working.
I have, but I've watched some of it.
Are people watching at the office?
No.
No?
Not that I'm aware of.
Shout out to everyone out there. I'm actually going to jump into the YouTube chat right now. Tickets went on sale today to the live show.
That'll be exciting.
15% of tickets are already gone in the first 20 minutes. So if you want your tickets to the live show, Jeff's on the live, but I don't think we can hear him. Can we hear him? Jeff, you there? No, Jeff's dead. Jeff's like Zed, baby. He did. I don't know what's going on with him. But yeah, it's the Masters. We got, what did you say it was? If we want Bryson to play with Rory tomorrow, we need someone else to get to -7.
Yes.
So we need Hatton or Connors to get there.
That's right.
I guess if they both get there, it kind of screws it again, doesn't it?
Yeah, because right now Rose and DeChambeau would go out.
And then it would be Rory and Hatton.
So we need, yeah.
Because it's last in, first out?
Yes. So we would need, if Hatton was at 7 under, it would still be DeChambeau going out. So we actually would need, we actually need Hatton to get to 8.
We need Hatton to get to 8. Yeah, that would force. No, if he gets to 7, then.
If he gets to 7, then it's,
I guess Connors would play with
DeChambeau, because DeChambeau finished earlier, he'd go out first.
Can we just rig it so Rory plays with Bryson? Isn't that what we want to see? Are you surprised? I'm shocked Rory had this in him today.
Well, I would say that, but he's played marvelously except for 2 holes all tournament.
Yeah,
and he made that great putt on 18 yesterday to sort of save what could have been a lost stroke and sort of kept him alive.
I don't know if you've been paying attention to it, but have you been seeing what people are doing on 18 today?
No, what have they been doing?
So Dustin,
can you hear me?
Oh, Jeff, are you there?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, there we go. What's going on, pal?
What is up? What is up, boys? Big game Hunter. Great to see you.
You're looking good.
Looking good. I haven't seen you for a while. You know, seen that face, that beautiful face of yours. I miss it. I just want to pinch those cheeks.
Let's throw up this
Making you proud.
I didn't realize Cam Smith is outside the cut line now.
Yeah, he's got 2 tough holes left. He's going to probably have to make birdie.
You know, someone put something in the chat as I was watching here, and it resonated with me. It said Langer is playing better than their bets.
I mean, Straka tried to get it back. Somehow he finished at 5. He was another one. So Brooks made a quad on 18 to miss the cut. DJ went bogey double to miss the cut by, I mean, if we're assuming the cut is +2. I guess I don't even think there's a chance it can get to +3 anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys are at +2, so they would all have to drop.
So likely could it get to +1?
It's not going to get. It's +2 or +3, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys at +1 right now, and 2 of those guys would have to drop to +3. That's the only chance it has. Scheffler might end up bogeying this hole. I'm so glad he didn't run away with it today.
I'm not surprised. I didn't think he was going to. I thought it was so strange yesterday. You guys logged in and was like, "Well, Rose can't win."
Well,
and
do you think Rose is going to win?
Do I think he's going to win? No. Do I think he's got a 20 to 25% chance?
You think with this leaderboard, with a 1-shot lead,
that
a 20
U.S. Open champion and a gold medal winner can't win this thing? He can win it. He's got like a 15 to 20% chance.
What you see, 1 in 5 times we play out the rest of this tournament, Justin Rose wins.
If you give him a 1-stroke lead going in, I mean, I listened to his interview when you were out earlier. And Van Pelt asked him, given your age and circumstances, and do you feel nervous? He's actually feel less nervous than ever. It's like I'm just delighted more or less to be in the hunt, and he's got a great attitude.
So I mean, it's a little nitpicky, but both Rose and DeChambeau are doing things, and I've basically seen none of Connors play this week.
Rose played very safe today.
He did,
which was smart.
He was hitting 3-wood off the tee on par 5s, intentionally laying up.
Or he should have done that a few times today, and he probably could be at -9.
I don't think you can really nitpick a -6 round.
He hit 5 fairways.
Turns out it was fine.
But I'm just saying, if he hits a 3, maybe he hits 9 fairways, and maybe instead of being at -6, he's at -7 or -8.
Maybe, but if he's not committed to hitting driver on all those holes, does he actually make the birdies in the first place?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Yeah. So like, I mean, you go with whatever your game plan is. Like, I'm pretty sure that Rose didn't hit driver because of 17 and 18 yesterday.
I'm sure that was part of it.
When he must have got to the range this morning. He was like, nope, that ain't working for me, pal. There's Connors right there. That's not close.
So, boys, I made a nice live bet today.
Justin Rose, because he has a 90% chance to win.
No, but at 40-1, I got in on Hatton.
Ooh, that's a good number.
Yeah, obviously we have Hatton for the other majors, so I was like, I can't believe I bet Hatton for the next two majors, not this one. He's playing well. Once he showed me that his form seems to be good this week, then the 40 seemed nice, and then I even degened a little more at 25. So because my bet sucked, Hatton's my guy. Although I'll be at some pretty significant Corey Connors parties this weekend / Passover Seders.
Yeah, you said all your friends' dads have Corey Connors tickets?
Well, no, because I was asked, do any of my friends, I did a radio hit. They're like, oh, from Canada. You guys must be so excited. Do any of your friends bet Corey Connors? I'm like, no. My friends who like golf, we're not betting Corey Connors to win. But I know two of my friends' dads that have bet Corey Connors because they just, they love Canada. So there. So those are the people I know with Corey Connors outrights. Although some of our friends down south have some Corey Connors tickets. But my biggest sweat at the moment, Pat, is Mickelson holding on. Mickelson, the cut. That my whole week can be saved, no matter how bad it is. If Connors gets top Canadian and Phil gets top seniors, two very chalk props. I thought the books are tricking me. They still might be, but my whole week can be saved on those two props.
I can see it. I need Lowry, as you mentioned. I need Lowry to play with McIlroy tomorrow. If somehow we can play Lowry's my
Yeah,
I mean, that's fair. I mean, look, it's a stacked leaderboard, and I think I don't think Rose is significantly outclassed by these people. I don't think he's going to win either. I think Champo's going to win, but I wouldn't just write him off like he is Sandy Lyle up here.
I mean, Sandy Lyle won the Masters.
This leaderboard is amazing.
So if you think he has a 20% chance to win, that means you think that his odds should be 5-1.
Something within shouting distance of that. If you told me it was 7-1, okay, that's fine.
It's 10-1.
Justin Rose is dead.
For long, that's a
What's that?
Justin Rose is dead.
I think that's an outrageous thing to say.
Okay. I just see what's coming behind him, and I'm like, I don't know, buckle up.
Yes.
The last time I remember a major like this, where it was this, I mean, I don't remember how close it was, just in my mind, with a leader like this. And Rose is a different class. It reminds me of Woodland at Pebble Beach when all of the names were behind him and he just won.
Yeah.
But Woodland also went into Sunday up 4 or 5, and it was only one person like Brooks. There was gaps there, so he didn't even have a field chasing him. But listen, I made my joke okay, Rose is dead. That's probably hyperbole. That being said, his presence is fantastic. It's what makes this tournament so great. 20th run, cashed all you boys your first round ticket. Bets, pretty much made you all 5+ for the weekend or whole. Congrats to everybody. And the tournament this course gives him a chance. So it's beautiful. But this leaderboard is incredible. If my bets are going to be wiped out, give me this leaderboard.
Oh, 100%. This is the best leaderboard I've seen in a long time.
It's an excellent one, and we're not really missing any big names other than maybe Rom.
And I guess your boy Neiman.
Yeah, but I mean Neiman, it doesn't have.
What's he up to?
Neiman was at plus something the last time I looked.
No way, really? He exploded like that? No way. For the day, must be plus. But
no, he's 1 under for the day, 1 under for the day. So I asked on the show a bunch of people this week. I don't think I asked you if Neiman had just stayed on the PGA Tour. Who would his PGA Tour comp be? Because I said it was Zalatoris.
No, maybe Cantley.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah, someone who doesn't perform in majors but is actually an excellent golfer.
Cantley's won a lot of tournaments.
Yeah, would have won a bunch of.
Even though it's been maybe 1,000 days.
I don't know if he's would. Would Neiman have 4 Rocket Mortgage championships to his name?
Probably. Big putt from Phil.
Yes, Phil.
Down the hatch.
I didn't see where Couples' ball went.
He's got like a 20-footer
For
for
par?
par, maybe a 50.
If he misses that, he's outside the cut line.
He is.
No offense. Good. Pat, Jason Day hasn't made bogey this week. His chips have been classic Jason Day. Style, immaculate. What a leaderboard.
Weirdly, I mean, I know it seems really stupid to think about because Day just missed that putt. Like, was that an easy birdie putt for him or was that for par?
I believe it was for birdie on 12, but I could have not seen that properly.
He ended up making par. If Scotty could just like tank here, that would be amazing. Because he'll have a run in him one of the days. Just get him far enough back where he doesn't matter.
I was told this was going to be a rainy day and windy day, and the cup was going high. What happened?
The wind is blowing. If you look at the water on 12, it's gusting pretty hard. The pin in the water. So in some places, it's getting up there on the back.
Wind actually, weirdly enough, the direction seems to be like helping them on some of the harder holes. Like they're able to get closer to the hole. And the rain didn't come this morning. It came last night and softened up the course in the morning.
Okay.
So
to your point about Rose, I heard him say he thought the wind was in his face on all the par fives. He didn't think it was worth going for any of those greens and two, I guess, from those tee boxes, and he just played them safe on purpose.
It's a shot. It was a shot of the tournament. It's going to end up being probably the shot of the tournament almost no matter what.
Was that
13? The shot that he made.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Then he made Eagle?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's unbelievable. That's like what Phil did to win the Masters.
Sorry, who are we talking about?
Rory.
Oh.
It's funny. All day yesterday, and I watched a bit in the evening, they're talking about how Rory had lunch with Jack. And they had a whole conversation about every hole on the course and how Jack was like, if you have a 5 out of 10 chance of getting there in 2, what happens the other 5 times? And if the downside is significant, then, just lay back. Like, if you don't have an 8 out of 10 shot to make it, just lay back. It's like Rory is clearly not listening.
I know. I actually don't. I don't know if that's necessarily true because what's the downside of doing that on 13? You still have an easy up and down for par, especially with that hole location today.
I mean, he doubled it on yesterday. So, like, if you
he doubled 15 yesterday
and 13. He doubled 13 and 15 yesterday.
He doubled 13 yesterday.
Yes. Doubled them both. He went from -4 to even. So, like, if you get wet again,
get inside the cut line, pal. There you go.
If you get wet again on 13, like, I don't know. Just good for him. He decided to be courageous and make the shot. But my goodness,
what a shot!
Well, he had to. I mean, he had to do those things today to get back into it. Like all of a sudden,
I guess
your boy Langer going to hold on here.
What other Asians are inside the cut line other than Hideki?
Michael Kidd. I guess he counts as American.
No, he's American, just like Min Woo's Australian.
You know what? That might be the better Neiman comp.
Min Woo, maybe.
Uh,
it's all speculative, but
I mean, Min Woo has much better major.
Here's the thing about Min Woo, though, Pat. It feels like, well, maybe I could be wrong, but it feels like his schedule, like for the most part, it seems like he only plays like really high-end events. Min Woo.
I think he tries to, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
And then in some cases last year, he needed exemptions because he didn't have he wasn't getting I guess points or anything because he wasn't playing much on the PGA.
Yeah, Cam Smith needs to birdie out the final 2 holes to make the cut.
Liv guys are either doing fantastically or horrifically.
Well, it's Hatton and Bryson. Neiman's been like okay.
Reed's 2 under. Neiman's 1 under.
Who's 1 under? Yeah, Reed's 2 under. Bubba's in at 1 under.
Yeah, Bubba's.
He missed like a 2-foot putt on 4. It was either 4 or 6 when I was watching that feed earlier this morning. It's like, oh my God, Bubba. Then he drained like a 30-footer on. No, he missed the short one on 4. Then he drained a big one on the next par 3. Like Thomas is in a weird spot here because Thomas has both the par 5s left. He could get himself, and 14's playing super easy. So he could get himself to 3 under, 4 under, or he could still miss the cut.
Yeah, he's missed 2 in a row. So hopefully he doesn't miss
sideways for that gap.
Oh, Jaeger just made a birdie. Tim's boy.
Good.
Did you feel bad? I mean, I was so happy you didn't mention Justin Rose's name at all.
Hey, you didn't.
I didn't really think he was going to be the first round leader, to be honest with you.
It's funny that I mean, I obviously, me and all, like, it's up to like 500 tickets now that I've seen. Good, which is amazing. So everyone's winning at the Masters. That's why I can't be too bummed out about my guys doing so horrible.
Did Cameron have him?
Cam did.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Because, basically it was just a first-round leader show that you and Byron did with him.
And Cam and I were the only one we agreed on was Justin Rose.
Oh, that's great. That's another bogey for Freddie Couples.
So Freddie's outside the cut line now. I wonder if Scheffler would go full speed here. If Scheffler goes, let's say he was in contention and went full speed and gagged it, would his career go like Spieth's? Would he just be in the wilderness?
I don't think so. But
You can't go full speed on a Friday.
No, I said if it's Sunday and he's in contention, and he it happened to Molinari too. Like, where's Molinari been
Nowhere.
since he did that?
Nowhere.
I'm just trying to think of like random markets, Pat. Like
That came back out.
That's a great bounce.
Was that him or was that Scotty? It was Scotty.
Yeah, that was a great bounce.
I mean, that could have been out of bounds.
Yeah. Tiger made a 10 from up there once.
the debutant market looks like it'll be really competitive this weekend.
And no amateurs making the cut, so I don't know who they send to Butler Cabin if everybody misses the cut.
No, the kids that win.
This
Oh my God.
the guy rules.
Yeah.
Aaron Rye seems like he should be
That
on
is
Liv.
not a good place to be.
No, it's not the kid who's
He
gonna.
looks like his gear looks like a Liv player's gear.
But Tim, they're just gonna let the low score, the low.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the rule is.
Yeah,
Right.
it's-
I think this is the first time no amateurs made the cut.
I'm sure it can't be the first time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So yeah, it's probably over. Good for that kid.
Hastings at +4. I think I was watching. I guess it didn't end up happening. I
Just
thought,
made bogey.
sorry, what's that?
Finau just made bogey. If you're
So I don't know if he even got it out of the woods.
What do you do if you're this amateur who's going to go to Butler Cabin Sunday, but it's Friday? Do you just hang around to be the marker and play it in the first?
That would be really. What's the guy? Dude's name? Something Knox that they send out.
Yeah, like is the amateur just going to become the marker because he's got nothing to do for 2 days? Hang around Augusta?
Fuck, Bobby didn't. I win. I mean, if Phil and Bobby Mack make the cut, I win like 2 very big underdog to make the cuts, and Bobby doesn't have it today. He hasn't had it this tournament. Started out real hot, first like 4 holes, and that was it for him. Yeah, I think Neiman's still in the woods, man. I don't think he got it out.
So Bobbitt is currently low left-hander. Is that correct?
No, Matt McCarty.
Well, McCarty is left-handed.
Yeah.
Now, if he were leading the tournament, I would agree with you that he would have no crack at this.
He was 3 over through 4 holes today.
Yeah.
He went nuts. That was a shout out to Byron on last night's show. He was all over that guy.
I literally did not know who he was.
Didn't even know he was left-handed.
No, I didn't. I didn't realize he was even eligible. We talked about left-handed.
Wyndham Clark shot 4 under today. You have to.
I saw Clark was grooving for a while. He's still on the course though, isn't he?
Who?
Wyndham Clark?
No, they're done. He was out with Tommy and Rom.
That's right. What did Tommy finish at?
2 under. Had a nice round. He shot 3 or 4 under. 3
I
under.
lost like 90 minutes of watching today because I fell asleep on the couch.
You're an old man now.
I am. I turned 40 this weekend, so there we go.
Jason Johnson made a bogey the whole week.
Shout out to Jared behind the camera. It's his birthday today.
Oh,
Jared. Oh shit! It's my other buddy.
Day on Sunday, and it's Paul's birthday, I believe, on Wednesday or Thursday.
wow.
The 3 production people all together.
Thanks for reminding me. I think it's one of my good buddies' birthdays today. Let me just. I don't have Facebook, so I don't get told when it's people's birthdays.
It's legitimately the only reason to have Facebook at
That
this
and
point.
the messenger function.
Yeah, because everyone has the. Yeah, I feel like if we were younger, we would use I don't know, Snapchat has
Who knows?
chat, but we would use some other, or we'd have like a WhatsApp group, maybe. It's hard. You're going in the fucking water, you plug. He's lower than Bubba right now.
Or same score, right?
How sad? Well, not like sad.
Yeah, 2.
What if Bryson nips Rory at the line again for another one?
That'd be great.
I mean, it would be great for golf. Yeah, I do think that Rory winning is the optimal outcome for what you would want to as a golf fan.
No, there's no better outcome.
Bryson outdueled Rory at the U.S. Open. Rory just outdueled Bryson at the Masters. It sets up a fun narrative for the rest of the year.
A lot of people didn't believe in Bryson this week, but
That was me.
I don't understand like the guy who's the most obsessively compulsive about everything to do with golf. He didn't think he was just going to go in a laboratory and
Listen, Tim.
all day, all night for months until he figured out the weaknesses.
Well, here's the weird thing about Bryson. Here's what
Chip in for
Scotty or did chip in too. Jesus Christ, the dude won't. This is the problem with Scotty.
Yeah, but he's still,
The best.
he's still probably not going to win.
But
No,
Tim,
he like I think
It doesn't mean he won't win, but he probably will.
I'm with you. He probably won't. He does not have an over 50% chance of winning this tournament. But if you tell me, and I look at that leaderboard, let's say I have Lowry at the same number right now that Scotty's at. They're both at 500. I would fully expect Scotty to win over Lowry. Sure. And he's still the guy I'm most terrified of on this leaderboard.
when you listen, Tim, I gotta tip my hat to you. Well, like, just agree with everything you said.
Okay.
Because I was just walking the dog last night, and everything you said, I was yelling at myself. Like, I bet on John Rahm and not freaking Bryson. Like, give your head a shake, loser.
Now, here's how I will defend my my anti-Bryson take and why I still think he might melt down over the weekend.
Okay.
He gained 3.5 strokes around the green today, and he missed one putt. I think he's missed one putt inside 10 feet all week. Now, if he continues to do that, he's going to win.
Or be right there at the end.
Or be right there. But if he has one of the rounds, like, he'd lost more strokes around the green per round than any player over the last 4 years coming in. Now, maybe he solved that, but that's also an unsustainable number as well.
Yeah.
His putting and chipping, it's almost like Rose's chipping in a weird way. Like, Rose has put everything to 5 feet and made all the 5-foot putts. Eventually that stops.
Yes,
one of the
it does.
days. And if that stops, like, Bright, how many, like,
So do Jason Day now, because I feel like he's done the same thing.
I haven't been watching Jason Day as much or like tracking him as much as I have been those two. Just because I want Bryson to be there in the end, and then I want my guy to beat him. Although it'd be good for you if he ended up winning. Good for the show.
It would be good if the big game hunter once again hit one.
I actually agree with that. I mean, it worked out. Did you see the viewership for last night's show, Jeff?
I didn't.
Through the roof.
Great. And how about have you seen the early ticket sales? How are we doing there?
Well, we sold 10% of the tickets in the first 15 minutes.
Okay, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. So there's only, I believe there's 300 left now. There was 350 to start. It's been out an hour, but I think 50 have sold already.
Yeah, let's go.
Mostly just bought by people who want to sell them aftermarket.
Yeah, it's all the bots are scooping it up. Well, Billy, I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I called Billy. I was like, yeah, you do events. Like, show me how to set up this thing.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, my man, I got you. Okay. And he set me up. He's like, oh yeah, you want to put a max of 3 tickets per person. It's like the bots will scoop them up. I was like, I don't think the bots are scooping up this brand.
I think the bot. Who said the bots are coming for us?
I was like, you put on real shows that people want to go to. Like,
My buddy spends his whole day sitting playing video games with
Ned Michaels on this, Ned Michaels on this feed looks like fantasy football analyst Matt Kelly. It's incredible. Look up Ned Michaels on Google and then Matt Kelly, the Podfather. I think that's what he goes by. I like Matt. Matt's a good dude.
My buddy's got a ticket bot thing where it's his life. He just buys tickets, resells them, but has a bunch of bots just running. They sound a horn when they catch what he's doing.
I don't think people are doing that for hours.
I don't think he set the machine to snap up the show. I don't think he sent this to snap up the show. Oh God.
Okay.
Tim, you're the best. I can't wait. I can't wait for a night with you.
We've spent a week together in very close quarters.
This will be different because we'll all have our own quarters now.
True.
Yeah.
12 people sharing one shower.
2 showers.
Listen, it was
It was one shower, wasn't it? Yeah.
2 commodes, but 1 shower.
every time I see you, I'll be in a great state.
Okay, well, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, Jeff will be at his home base.
Yeah.
I am going to book you guys a hotel for the Friday night, though.
He won't have to drive anywhere. Don't have to worry about any perfect drives.
Freddie Cups needs a bird. What is bird?
I don't know.
Financial or private jet?
I don't know.
All the senior tour guys are sponsored by exactly the same thing, so it's something for rich old people.
Which one? Bogner?
Bill?
What are you talking about? Bernberg? I'm not sure, but
Orenberg.
It's a town in Germany where I will be next week.
Langer wears Bogner, which is like really fancy ski wear.
E-N.
Yeah,
P-E-R-E-N. P-E-R-G-N.
B-E-R-E-N. B-E-R-E-N. Do you know what the first Google search like the autofill gives me?
No.
The Berenstain Bears. Remember the
Berenstain Bears.
That's Berenstain. I said they were Berenstain. They beat the Jewish Bears.
So Langer is about to play 18 on the number in his last ever Masters.
Of his own volition, though. He chooses this to be his last Masters.
Okay, so I think I was close.
They know when they gotta go.
Yeah, I believe it is for rich old people. Berenberg was established in 1590, and today we are one of Europe's leading private-owned banks. Swiss bank or something.
Is Matt McCarty, he's obviously a debutant, right?
Yeah, he followed me on Twitter last week for like an hour and then unfollowed me.
Well, he's crushing the debutant and the lefty market at the moment.
Well, he is. I mean, Michael Kim's under par right now. Matt McCarty probably looked at it. It's like, I wonder if I just follow Pat for a bit, I can get some of the PME rub here. And like, it's working for him.
And did you say Neiman was in trouble?
Yeah, he couldn't get it out of the woods on 13.
Yeah,
he's hitting his fourth from like 178 away on 13.
Well, given how early Michael Kim finished today, he'll be going out relatively late tomorrow.
It's amazing.
A lovely, lovely little performance from Michael Kim.
Bobby back to 8 feet on 14. Let's go.
I am sweating a Spieth Minwoo head-to-head today.
Spieth and Minwoo's putting for birdie. It's not even close. Does Spieth always take too many clubs on 12 now?
No, because he's gotten wet since.
Well, no, it's just like he just flew it there.
Yeah, well, assuming the adrenaline is just pumping. You're like, the one thing I can't do is leave this short.
Yeah, I'd be like, I played it off that backstop back there and seeing what happens. I mean, you can just chip in like Scotty. That's a Spieth move.
That's another way to do it.
What happened to Victor coming home?
He was
Everyone, Sungjae, Victor, Ludwig, those last couple holes, Pat, they ate up a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Tommy got eaten up on there.
I mean, DJ Straka and Brooks were the kings of getting eaten up on 18. All to miss the cut.
17, 18.
I thought the pin today on 17 was actually pretty easy. That's close to the Willett pin.
Yeah, it's just there's not too many scoreable holes on the back.
Oh, I put the Neiman's putting for
birdied 17, but not many guys did. Bryson and McCarty are the only guys I remember birdieing 17.
I think Rory was the closest that I can remember on 7. Neiman missed his par putt on 13.
The par fives on the back are no joke.
No, and it's
13 less difficult than 15. 15 yesterday was impossible.
Yeah, that was a weird. I mean, it was like.
Do you think it was just because people were Rory sad that they were like, the behind a 15 is a gimmick? Shouldn't happen. I'm like, I think 15 is lovely. I think it's a beautiful golf hole.
One of the reasons that this ends up being a great golf course, especially for tournament golf, is that you have the ability to make a 15 or a 3 on the same hole. Like, that's what makes this great. Like, if you're playing well, Augusta's not hard. No, like if you're rolling and if you're playing course, it's like the hardest course in the world.
That's right.
Is it like the players in that sense?
Ben, come on. All right, that's good. Like, fine there.
Rory had to work hard today for his -6. Like, yeah, he shot -6, but he had to work for it.
And the greatest thing about this is going to be, like, if Rory ends up winning, that the tail of the back end of the first round becomes a part of the legacy.
Of course it does.
Like, it works so well.
He made that huge putt on 18 that really, like, you could see he was sort of buoyant about it.
And it was so funny to see, like, Rory coming home today with his back nine, how good he was. And yesterday it was Ludwig and Akshay in the same group that were so good coming home. And both those guys started collapsing coming down.
Up holes.
Oh,
close.
Freddie almost made it. He'll have a chance. That's what I was telling you why I bet him to miss the cut today.
Yeah, I know. I saw you had done that.
Well, he chipped in once, and then he jarred the eagle from the middle of the fairway. Like, he ran pretty hot yesterday.
Yeah,
I have too much on this top senior. Like, I don't even care if Phil misses the cut. He's just got to beat those guys at the line here. Like, it's just too important to me.
I mean, Rose, because Rose and Reed were like the first two bets I made this week were both of them first round leader. When I had way more money in my account, I mean, I have way more now because Rose ended up hitting. They were substantially large bets, way bigger than I normally bet on first round leader, which is great. But my biggest single like monetary bet of the week is Nick Dunlap to miss the cut. So I'm rolling this week.
All right, here we go.
Come on, Phil.
That's a tough lie.
Oh, he fucking overhooked it.
He's drone it. Yeah.
Don't be out of bounds. Oh, Phil.
That's probably in the creek unless it's sitting on the side of the hill.
Didn't know you like to get wet.
Well, that's no good.
Ozempic Phil out here.
Pino's better than that.
Yeah, you have to remember Phil's still playing to win.
He is, but
He's not playing to make the cut.
But
He's
like-
playing to win.
to win. He's got to make the cut.
Yeah, but in order to win, he also like probably has to make.
He can go nuts on Saturday and Sunday, like he almost did 2 years ago.
Oh, here's Hatton for you, Jeff.
Did that for sure go in the creek, you think, for Phil?
They didn't show us.
It looked like it went.
Yeah, it probably isn't. They didn't.
It
show
didn't
us.
look like it bounced hard enough to.
As a really bad putt from Hatton.
That's a very bad putt. I'm sure he'll blame the course.
No.
I think it's part of his like. Remember when I broke that rake?
Yes, I do.
And I
No,
can't.
you didn't break the rake.
No,
You
I
just smashed.
I smashed it, and then how did I play after
That
that?
played much better.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to let it out.
Yeah, well, there are ways to let it out.
But that's how he tends. That's how I deal with it. That's why I empathize with Hatton.
I don't
so
mind
much.
the anger. I just don't like when he whines about Augusta. Like
I would only say the difference is like you're not good enough to care that much.
I don't subscribe to that. It's like the people who say, well, if you don't vote, you don't get a voice. But that's absolutely not true. You don't have a right to complain if you didn't vote. Well, let's say you voted for someone who didn't win. Does that mean you also don't get to complain because you didn't vote for the guy who won?
Or what if you vote for the person who didn't? You don't get to complain. You're getting what you want.
Yeah, you got what you
want.
wanted.
Who won?
Yeah, you're locked in. It doesn't make any sense.
Come on, it's close.
And I feel like I've really worked the past few years on not being as
Angry all the time.
And it's led to better scores.
I'm sure it has.
Laughing it off. Not breaking sandwiches anymore.
Not being bitten by dogs.
Well, no, I still get bitten by it. I still have the fucking. You can see it's still.
Yeah.
I had 3 teeth marks. You were very concerned, just
Very
like my wife was.
Very concerned.
You and Sam are exactly the same. It's kind of crazy. You're still the only 2 people I know that like Peeps.
Oh, I love peeps.
So does Sam.
You got to open them up so they get a little stale.
I somehow married the female equivalent of you.
You let them get a little stale, and they're the best. One of the best parts about Easter.
And it's funny because the wind is happening now, and guys are starting to deal with it.
The win.
Yeah, it's Bobby Hill's soccer team, the win. No hands.
You're not the goalie.
Oh god.
Good Will Ferrell performance.
Very good performance.
How are mics, by the way? No one has commented, so I assume Jeff sounds way better using the studio mic, but we're using these labs. I assume it sounds probably a little, because this room is so big, probably a little hollow,
Patrick
but
Reed. They're showing you.
it's not.
Surprised they're allowed to show Patrick Reed. It was a rule.
I agree. Well, people were so. I mean, I agree why they were so upset that Bryson wasn't as a part of the
Feature group. I couldn't understand that either.
It's because they put Rory in. It was either they had to put Rose in because he was winning,
Yes.
and then you got stuck with fucking Homa. Freddie does not make this, Jeff. We saw it on the alt stream.
I think he may hit that ball, Mark.
Yeah, but now I'm more. I got bigger problems. Phil's in the creek, just as I was begging him
You
to
get up and down from par, man. It's a par 5. He was going for it in 2. That's why, almost what I just said. Like you can go for it on 13. This pin position's good enough that
I know, but with his short game, he can make a birdie so easy by just laying back and then spinning one in there.
yeah, but you can't really like if you lay back on that hole, you lay back to like 100 yards. And Phil's not great from Phil's good from like 47 yards.
However, do you think Langer has his?
No, Liger's got his 3. Do you think he only has? He has a lot of head covers in there.
He does. Well, like Freddie jarred it with a 6-wood yesterday.
I thought it was a 6 hybrid.
Oh, maybe it was. I thought it was a 6-wood.
Because Mike Weir, that's not good for Langer.
No, that's over where Rory was
He
today.
needs to get up and down to make. I didn't see it there because I know Lowry was
It's
a
a
little
very
bit.
tough shot.
Hatton missed his putt, so Hatton's going to draw.
Rose missed it over there today too on 18.
Did he make?
Yes, he did. He made par from there.
He made par for there.
Yeah.
What was he exactly? Because he looks like
Almost exactly where he was.
he looks hole high, but to the left, so you can get it to stop.
Yeah.
So
He just passed it and then made a nice putt.
yeah, people were complaining, Jeff, that Bryson wasn't on the featured group, and I would have loved to see Bryson all day as well.
They should have been tweeting at you asking why that's the case.
Oh, did you see that?
Why aren't you fixing the app, Patrick? Don't you have control?
It's shocking the amount of people that ask me these questions.
I'm sorry, as king of the universe, I'm not paying close enough attention.
I would love to be the person in charge. If you made me golf app czar, I would do well for the people. Like, we wouldn't have to have an election. I would be a benevolent dictator of golf apps. I could be king for life. And I would make it work, because I would only want the best for anyone. Now, my successor, who knows? When you start leaving your kids in charge,
Après-moi le déluge.
it's sort of like, what's his name? Marcus Aurelius. And then Commodus comes in.
Yes.
He's just a fucking snake.
It certainly is.
There was I was actually reading that, for whatever reason, I watched Gladiator the other day.
Oh, great.
And although my son is named Maximus after Maximus, also super cool name.
It is cool.
That's really the reason to do it. But Rom's in. So Rom made the cut. Good for him. What a hero.
Yeah, I'm sure he's excited.
He's going to end up coming like T9 and be like, John Rom had a pretty good week. If no
Still had a good weekend in that case, but anyway, you were watching Gladiator, which is surprised you don't really like it.
Danny Willett made the cut, Pat.
Oh, he ended up at +2?
Yeah, he was 5 over at one point today.
Fuck yeah. Danny Wilt's like your age.
Yeah, but he's
Actually, he might be younger than you. Although he has the hairline of...
he might be, but like he already resembles like the guy who you only see once a year at the Masters.
I can see Willett having a comeback in a year. He had the same, like, he had massive back surgery.
Right.
And it usually takes guys 3-4 years, really. Like, if they're ever going to get, it's usually better to have it when you're young.
Okay.
But I could see him not necessarily getting back up to like how Stricker was. Remember, people forget that Stricker was
like the number 3 golfer in the world.
but he was also gone from golf
Yes,
for
he
like
was.
6 years.
Yes, he was.
Willett played like once every 2 months last year.
Here's how much Google knows.
He was dropping in the creek.
Who?
Phil.
Oh, if you keep dropping it in the creek, you can put it wherever you want. I would honestly, the first thing, because Michael Kim played, he was telling me, I think he said it on the show, that he played a practice round with Phil.
Okay.
I guess him and Phil are like buds.
Okay.
Maybe that's why Michael Kim comes on my show. Maybe he likes to wager a little bit.
Maybe
I don't know.
that was happening.
Well, he said that they had a gentleman's tie the last time they played together.
Okay.
He's like, nothing exchanged hands, but I don't know how it went this time. But that'd be the first thing I would do if I joined like the tour or had access to Phil. Like, Phil, teach me every rule you know so I can get the best lies always. Like,
I stand next to
He had a practice round with Phil and someone else awesome, because I saw Mike on Twitter pretty much asking if anyone was at the practice round
that didn't spin.
and got a picture with him and Phil, if they could send them to him.
So Phil has like 15 feet for par now.
Yeah.
It was a bad after you said his short game was immaculate.
Well, I think it is immaculate. He just didn't get back and Wednesday.
Well, I mean, I've only seen Cam Smith here in the past little bit. What happened? Did he just play normally like Cam Smith, but just didn't make every 20-foot putt?
I don't know. I didn't see him all today.
He hit it OB on number 2 today off the tee.
I mean, that's why he can never win the Masters until he figures out how to drive the ball.
That's not good.
Let's see. Can Langer get this up and down to make the cut? You want him not to do that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't think Phil's gonna play the next 5 holes at even par. So I'd be if he misses this putt. So this is.
Oh, Langer's gonna have 10 feet.
Yeah.
You got to get 4. I feel like you got to get 14 today.
Yeah.
14 is super gettable.
Yeah.
Although the best part was Lowry wasn't playing all that well.
Right.
I think he was like 1 under or something. Then I had my nap. And I woke up and he was like T3. I was like, oh, this is great.
Let's go back to sleep.
I was like, give me some sleeping pills.
Come on, Freddie. Stuff this one.
You're rooting against Geoff here?
I want Freddie to make the cut. I like Freddie Couples. I don't care what anybody says.
Couples? That's
Can't
not
do it.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, it is.
That's
okay.
fine.
I mean, it's
That's almost how I didn't see. I saw Bryson made his putt on 17. Was it like close
yeah,
to
it's
there?
not too far off from that.
Was he up? Was Bryson up on that ridge too?
I'm trying to remember. I feel like he wasn't.
I just saw he actually. It's one like the.
You can see all the shots on the app.
That's what I was gonna say. That's the one. The app has not been that good this year
Oh,
for real time coverage.
People should tell you about that.
I mean, I'll try to fix it myself, but let's see. Let's see where his putt was on 17.
holy shit! Did you see Brooks made an 8 on 18?
I told you that earlier.
That's why he's not playing the weekend.
Yeah, that's how he missed the cut.
Yeah, sorry, you mentioned a few guys bummed.
Not that it matters. He didn't really have it in him this week. You can tell.
Yeah, Bryson was slightly closer. You know what worries me? And this worried me with, who was it? Because I had Kevin Yu to be top debutant, and dude just didn't have it this week. I think he had the worst proximity, and just anecdotally, the worst proximity in the field from 100 yards and in.
Okay.
Like 125 and in, just miss the green every single time. Can't be doing that here.
No.
But
This guy could bomb. I saw him yesterday at Kent.
dude, he hit. I mean, I thought it was an 8-iron. It may not have been. He played number 4 yesterday, and was playing like 180. Dudes were ripping full 7-irons, full 8-irons. He hit like a chip shot at it. It went for like 10 feet.
I believe it.
Fuck, what was I going to say? Oh, so Kevin Yu did this as well. He made this like nice up and down on, I think it was 12 yesterday in the first round, and gave it a big fist pump. Rose is giving way too many fist pumps for par in the middle of round 2 to win this tournament.
Well, he's like, make it because he knows you need to make that.
I know that he needs to make it, but like you got to just say like, hey, I'm going to make these. I don't need to be like, okay, here we go. Hey, Phil made the putt, Geoff. Geoff, you still there?
Yeah, I lost you for a second, I think.
Yep, Phil made the putt.
Oh, yes!
You really need Langer to miss this putt.
Oh, way to go, Phil. What a great guy.
And don't have Phil try to go for it in 2.
There's still water on 15 for him to get into trouble with, and God knows where on 18 he could miss.
We need one Dunlap birdie. He's 3 under right now. Oh, that's gonna be close too. Dunlap might make this for eagle to 1 inch on 15. He's gonna tap in to get to 4 under.
And Langer missed the putt.
Langer missed.
That's such a letdown, like for him, like the moment, because it's like, oh, that'd have been so awesome if he actually did make the cut. Oh,
He wanted to.
Who?
Langer. He's choosing to retire. I don't understand when guys are playing well. I think you should keep playing for the fans. Like when you are
sorry, you
playing
think
so poorly.
it would listen? If it's like next year and he's winning a senior event in like March, like he should absolutely be like, you know what? I'm actually going to play this year.
Yeah, like to me, like you stop playing when you become the sort of guy who they no longer can show your score as you walk up 18 to preserve your dignity, which is what they were doing with like Crenshaw and Lyle.
Hey, my favorite thing this week has been how
What are you laughing about?
the comment with your arms like this. People were just like, is Tim paralyzed? Is he a mummy? It's killing me. It looks like Tim hit Jeff's nicotine pen.
Bet your Phil makes this putt.
Yeah, man. Oh, we should invite Stoilov to come on. I mean, he would be insufferable to have on.
Yes, he would.
He made Drake me so sick.
Yeah, you know what Red Sox just did? Double.
But we would have the 4 alternate screens on where we're ahead of the main screen. But he would only be looking at his phone instead of the screens. And then we could just bet him and win a ton of money off of him.
That would happen.
It'd be like We're the Sports Book.
Oh, someone's wet.
Who is that? Who loves to get wet over here?
JT, I think.
It is JT. JT does love to get wet.
Poor Zalator. Oh, that's another bet.
Oh, Zal, short miss. He gone. I guess it didn't matter anyway.
No, it didn't. 55 players are at +2. So I suppose if a couple of guys start backing up here.
Well, Langer just did it. Langer went from 2 to 3. Couples just went from 2 to 3. So let's see. It only takes 6 guys now. It's not likely at all, but there is at plus. There's only 2 guys at +2 right now, and one of them is JT Posted, who's on 18. So you need all of these guys to fall.
Okay.
Tom, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 at +1 and 2 at +2. You would need all 6 to drop. And Thomas, if Thomas makes a big number here,
That was Scheffler, wasn't it?
oh,
He's got wet.
Scheffler wet too.
Well, they just showed it, and he's walking. I think it's Scheffler. Is he playing with Thomas?
He is.
I think Scheffler may have got.
Scheffler getting wet.
We'll see.
Didn't know we love PCP, angel dust.
See, look. Congratulating him for his last Masters. I don't know. I feel like to me, if you're
Finau just missed a very short part.
a champion of one of these majors where you get to play every year, you should play every year if you're healthy until you like really can't play anymore.
I think that there's
You
some,
owe it to the fans.
No,
I
no.
think to keep
Their rule is you'll know when you know, like,
You're right.
I also think he wants to go, oh, what's going on here on 50? Oh, that ball stopped on 50. I don't know who that is. Whoever's playing with Fuzzy Dunlap up there. But I think Langer wants to go out while he's like still like good.
I understand.
He doesn't want to get to the year where he's a chump.
I respect that.
Yeah, you know, you say you should play.
No, I
for the
respect
fans.
it, but like, I respect the opinion. But if it were me, I think I would want to play as long as I could, for the sake of, so the fans could see. Because like once he's gone and Olafabola's gone, we don't really have any old vets left in the field.
J Chap in the chat says, I'm high as shit at work. And these comments about Cuss sitting in the chair have me with a Cuss gig fit. Imagine being at work. Just like you went out to smoke a joint for the Cut Sweat show. You're reading comments about you on the internet. You start geeking out. You're like trying to type up some TPS reports and be like, oh, I sent you Kirsch's tweet, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Jeff?
You put it in our thread.
that was incredible.
It was dead. And the thing is, there has to be no one like more sober on earth than Bryson. Unless he's like doing ketamine or Adderall or something. If he's on like Elon drugs, you could sell me on that. But for like smoking a joint and walking around, don't put Bryson on that.
And Tim, I think they also like want to have this moment. Like you want him to
It's
see
great. Look, it's a great moment.
good next year. Like they like to.
They like
If
to
it's
honor the guy.
pre-announced, they get a different level of
Like, he'll be back
around the week, right?
It'll be so hard if he's still playing some golf. And
If you're watching the featured groups feed with JT and Scotty, it's just JT and Scotty pointing at the creek and rules officials everywhere right now.
we're trying to figure out their point of
Yeah, I know, but it's just
Watching the main
everyone's
feeds.
lined up by the creek.
I'm getting none of that because the main feed is obviously just paying like serious homage to Bernard.
they've also, it's funny, this year they have shown the opening tee shots a lot less than they usually do.
What do you
They
mean?
show like every couple of hours, it seemed, the honorary opening tee shots from Jack.
They love running that.
But I haven't seen it much.
Well, because
The last couple days.
you know why? Because you haven't. Mac, you got to make this. Oh, it was Bobby Mack who stayed up. Got to make this, Bobby.
I was Thomas getting wet.
All right, so Bobby's going to tap in. Bobby needs birdie here to make the cut on 16, 17. He needs to play the final 3 1 under. It's got to be 16, right?
That's the birdieable hole.
It's a bad pin position for birdie, though. Oh, here's Freddie. You need him to get fucked, don't you, Jeff?
I mean, that would give some wiggle room, but Bernard's in at 3.
Oh, do you make it? Oh, just short. All right.
on the left.
Cash Checker says Karen Scheffler is asking to speak to the manager of the course. I think Jeff hit his nicotine ban.
That was a very poor attempt from Scheffler. That was close.
Yeah, neither of them. Both of them were pretty ugly. But obviously something's up there with the wind because we saw Phil, like they're all even being short.
Well, I think the wind is actually affecting them now. We've just seen a bunch of people go in the creek, a bunch of balls in the trees, irons missing everywhere for the first time all day. So I assume the wind has actually picked up, and they're so shielded. You can see everything moving with Hat in here. Like I just don't think that they've seen it yet.
That's left.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I saw it on the other screen. Just
okay.
there.
Let's get Connors off the course.
Is that the ideal position on this hole, or do you want to play it from like up top?
I think you want to be up top.
I would say a flat lie there has to be pretty good.
Sure.
Scheffler's going to save.
No, that's for sure. I think I would agree with Pat.
Scheffler's going to save it. Does he have the best short game in the world right now?
No, because he
Scheffler.
shot so poorly.
I mean, like chipping wise, is he the best?
Probably. But he just, probably lost a half stroke to the field there by making 5.
No, not on 13.
15.
That's not true. That is not true.
And 15 is probably playing over par, but is
13 played like a half stroke over par yesterday.
Yes. yesterday was a tough spot.
But I also think you have to judge it against the people
It's
who
a
are
quarter stroke today, Tim.
Rory was able to land a 6-iron out of the pine straw when it hit it stuck.
Yeah, which
I don't think you can do that right now if the greens are starting to make out.
I'd like to see Connors make this.
It's a quarter stroke today for par.
We're talking about how good Corey Connors was.
Oh,
You got Connors and Bryson there.
Oh yeah, listen. You get one of the things about hosting a show where you have to make picks. If I'm not picking someone to win, I have to be anti
You
them.
had Cam feeling so bad about it. You could hear his voice change.
Well, Cam needs to have a backbone sometimes and stand up for his picks.
You know, Cam is so yeah.
Who do you like?
I told him Justin Rose.
The problem with Cam is like a lot of the times his picks, they're not even his own convictions. So then he has a hard time like.
He heard it from someone else, and now he's telling me, "Oh, Ben Ann missed it. Fuck Ben Ann. Come on, man. Look at the win now."
I want you to agree with the other person he's tailing, essentially. Right,
I
Pat?
don't think there's anything low about Augusta.
I
Geocraft.
want you to be agreeing with the other person he's tailing, so he doesn't know how to defend the pick sometimes.
No, that's my favorite part of the spread picture, or the best bet show in the fall. Was just like, well, who do you guys like as your bronze pick? Do you like the
You
Colts?
go first.
You like the Colts?
You go first.
Yeah, you were talking about the low debutant market. So you got McCarty by 1 over Rasmus at 5 and 4, and then it's who? Is Davis Riley a first timer?
Thompson.
Is Davis Riley a first timer?
Gracerman.
Graceman would be.
No, I think he was here last year.
I'm just trying to figure out who's who here. I gotta feel like Davis Riley would have made it. You don't get in for winning the Zurich, do you?
How did Tristan Lawrence get into the Masters?
He was 4th at the Open.
Yeah, the Open.
Oh, okay. So there you have it. Then.
Yeah, old thirsty Lawrence. He's a Nick. He might have lost to Nick Dunlap.
Well, I don't think he did, but he was trying to, and that's terrible.
Yeah, he's been so bad this year. It's unbelievable. So Thomas is going to have
Reed
13
3
feet
under
for
for 2 to go.
I bet him a second round leader. Not going to happen.
No, but that's 3 live guys who are
When he eagled 2, I was like, okay, here we go, Patty.
3 live guys who've acquitted themselves pretty well, who have a puncher's chance. I'd say 3. You've got to be at 3 under or better, I think, to have a chance to win this thing.
I feel like there was a distinct, although we're going to have a pretty balanced leaderboard, but PM, although it didn't look that way because everyone thought the PM yesterday was going to play a bit harder, but this morning played way easier than it is right now.
Definitely.
That if you went out in the PM yesterday.
Dunlap.
What's that?
There's Dunlap.
Dunlap is plus 14, so he is 4 under right now. If he finishes 4 under, Jeff, he will break the record that happened in 1936 for the biggest differential between rounds ever.
Incredible.
But he needs to shoot 4 under.
That'd still be incredible.
Because he will be 22 strokes better today than he was yesterday.
Phil knew.
I'll get him some crystal.
What a shot that was.
Yeah, Phil knows.
Phil knew exactly what to do with that slope.
So, stats-wise, with Bryson, he lost strokes on approach today.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah. His driving and irons haven't been good. His chipping and putting has been otherworldly.
Which suggests then that the best part of his game is probably going to return to him.
Is he on the range right
When it does, watch out.
So this works one of 2 ways. If that happens, then you're right. Watch out. Dude shoots like 7 under tomorrow. If he continues to ball strike poorly like he has been, and his game reverts to how it normally is around the greens, then you see the 77.
I found his decision making the last 2 days
Has
has
been better.
much better, and I think he's showing that he's actually studied and learned his lesson. And if his decision making is on point, he's every bit the talent that anyone else on that board is.
Oh, no one's disagreeing with his talent.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I'll keep going back to it, and maybe he has solved it. Maybe he is that good. And it's another reason why I don't think that Morikawa, there's different reasons not to like Morikawa.
Careful, we're going to have to listen to a 20-minute rant here.
Now about Meghan Markle.
Oh, buddy, no, listen, he digs his own shovels. I don't even have to rant. I can say nothing, and people just agree with me.
Oh, Bobby, what are you doing, pal?
I don't even have
That
to
is-
talk about it anymore, Tim.
You loved it. It's your favorite thing to talk about.
There's nothing you
I
love.
know, but Pat, Since the last time I spoke about it,
Which was on the we didn't talk about Morikawa last night. I crossed him off my list for that reason.
Hold on, though.
We couldn't get waylaid by jackassery.
Hold on. Since the last time we spoke about it, he went to the press room at the Masters and made it worse. He is so stupid.
In fairness, dude has 2 majors, is in the top 5 in the world, and this is the most anyone has ever talked about it. Maybe it's a PR strategy.
You know what? I'll give you that. That might be. He could maybe that. I'll give him that. If that's what it is, then if he's playing 4D chess, then credit to Colin Morikawa. I don't think it is, and
it's like
he also seems like he's sensitive. He's not like one of these guys. It's just like fuck you, I don't care. Even though he wants to make that demeanor. And what's best about it is even before he got to the podium, is Rory defended him, which was nice. That was nice of a fellow pro to Corey's going to miss another 4-footer, isn't he? It was nice of Rory to stand up for him. But he's just going to sit there and say his gobbledygook that didn't make any sense. Good for you, buddy. Good luck.
Okay. I don't think that Morikawa has. I always, and it's not always the same every single time because you do have some of your outlier winners. Because I think Sergio is an outlier Masters winner based on his skill set.
Yeah,
because he has passion. He's a fiery guy.
Yeah.
Jared's dad was here this week. Hates Sergio.
Why? Well, I mean, I don't like some of the stuff that Sergio has done.
No, but I think we always forget
smashing the sand traps, and didn't he spit in the cup at the British Open or something?
Yeah, when he missed the putt at Carnoustie, when he could have won the Open. I think he got kicked out of Saudi Arabia and had to make it.
Before Liv, he got kicked out of Saudi Arabia for defacing a bunker.
Yeah, I don't particularly care for his antics either.
I mean, I've always
there's a line between being fiery and being like a jerk.
Yeah, maybe he's a jerk. That's fine. We need more jerks.
No, but Morikawa.
Yeah, well, the jerk store called. They're running out of you.
I mean, they ran out of me a long time ago. Imagine how much business I gave the jerk store 15 years ago compared to now. Jesus. But I forget where I was going with this. I don't think Morikawa has the creativity to win here. And that's always been sort of my knock on Bryson. He's a robot. And he may have solved it because he's good enough to do that where some of the other guys aren't. But there has to be a unknowable element to your game. That's why I've always why I think whether Akshay ever wins one or not, I do feel like he's that type of player. I'm actually surprised Justin Thomas hasn't won a Masters, and I think that he will someday.
Yeah, maybe.
It just, he has that sort, Scheffler has that sort of game.
Sure.
Hatton doesn't.
No, he's not an artist.
No, but he plays links golf so well, you'd think that he would be, but he's just great at links courses. But Bryson's not. Bryson doesn't see what Cam Smith.
Bryson looks at a golf course like a math equation, right?
Yeah, so if he solves it, it's great. But
at Winged Foot, he's like, I just need to hit it further than everybody else, and I'll win this tournament.
And that's why I like him at U.S. Opens and PGA Championships, which that's why I like Connors at those places. They're robot courses. And every once in a while, you get I think Connors' best comp, weirdly, is Sergio.
Except the complete opposite personality.
Sure, but they do exactly the same things well.
Yes.
They don't really putt all that well.
No.
They don't really chip.
Well, it depends who you ask.
Wasn't that like Adam Scott also?
Azinger's the best putter on tour.
I feel like young Adam Scott was just more Adam Scott has become that. And
Adam Scott who won the Players' Championship.
But Adam Scott was just not that great around the greens, really shitty putter, but was just the beaut, was the nuts with the approach and a great driver.
Yeah, but I can't, I don't remember, obviously I wasn't into golf stats when he won the Players in 2002, and then even when he won the Masters was it 2013?
Yes.
When he won?
It was.
But I don't know what his stat, I suppose I could go look at it, but his stat profile, I don't really remember. Because I remember he was a bad putter when we first started doing the show, Jeff. But was he always a bad putter?
Anybody who has to go through the amount of putters that he goes through, he is not a good putter.
No, but now he's one of the best putters.
And then he went to that.
Yeah. Phil goes through this too. Phil has used 500 different types of putters.
Yeah, but
because Phil struggles with putters.
Yeah, but Phil is either awesome at putting or shitty at putting.
The putt he made earlier was a fantastic putt, but he could very well miss.
Here's Phil for birdie.
He can miss this 15 feet putt.
I don't know about 50. I would miss this 15 feet by. I'll film.
Oh,
Left it
just
short.
died at the end. Oh.
Bring your purse, Phil. Can't go in the hole if you don't hit it hard enough.
Did
Jesus.
Spieth
Christ.
put it in the creek too, maybe?
Who?
Spieth?
I don't quite like the way Phil's dressing these days.
You guys are watching the
I look like he's cool.
I've never heard you
because
say
the live players dress like they're
Oh, so-
freaking mascots.
Oh, Neiman getting wet. Neiman's going to miss the cut.
No.
Neiman's got wet again on
He's
15.
1 under.
What's that?
He's 1 under. What's he gonna
What,
do?
did he make
Oh,
birdie?
Freddie, he's got a
Oh,
chance.
Freddie does have a chance here.
Probably 9-10 feet for birdie.
It's
Neiman dropped,
for
didn't he?
par.
That even.
Yeah,
It's
Neiman.
for par.
Oh, is it for? It's for birdie.
It's for par.
Oh, is it?
Oh, did you have to pitch out or something?
The broadcast Chiron showed that approach was his 3rd.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Sorry.
But I'll
You're
confirm.
looking at Neiman getting wet. Oh, here's Spieth going for it.
That has not worked out for many people recently.
Playing a big draw that's not drawing enough. That's going to be in the creek to the right.
Yeah, but it'll hold up. No,
Does he get to
Might
draw on
have
that side?
might have held up on the shot tracker.
He's fine. He's in the hazard.
Oh, was there a yellow line there?
Yeah, there is.
I can confirm that Freddie's on his 3rd.
Oh.
Spieth might have held up. I'm not sure.
No, it didn't look like it.
Yeah, something's going on there. Like Hatton for sure at the best line. Hatton's putting for eagle.
Yeah, Spieth is currently talking to the.
Do you
Rules
think
official.
that guy he's the most active rules official in golf?
Well, no, because I think there's a rules official walking with every team.
Oh, I assumed at the Masters they had it hole by hole.
That would
There were
actually-
a couple times picking up like with the watching some Spieth shots where like a hot mic, like multiple times Greller's like, "How you feeling, buddy? How you feeling?" So Spieth just needs, Spieth needs constant he needs constant. Greller's like part babysitter out there.
understand
I
that.
gotta say, remember when Stevie was your caddy and you played the best golf of your life?
Anytime I have a caddy, if he just talks me up, I play much better.
Oh, don't worry about that one, Timmy. You'll get the next one. I'm like, okay.
I thrive on constant
Just
affirmation.
air, yeah, just like an air in the tires, right?
That's all I want. I want it all the time.
Yeah.
That was the last time you beat all of us.
Yeah,
That was
sure.
like
You have
when you're-
optimal PSI at all times. So that's
Yeah,
the caddy's job. Just keep the PSI high.
you didn't even beat me when I threw up my back last year.
Nope.
And had to waddle around the course.
Nope.
I feel good vibes about your golf game this year.
I mean, I'm to the point where I don't even worry about it. I'm going to play well. I'm going to do my best. There's no nerves anymore. Like, what's the big deal?
Neil said he'd have you in for some lessons.
I would be delighted. If Neil can fix what I've got wrong, you can fix half of what I got
Oh,
wrong.
gotta get up, Bobby. Gotta get up. All right, he's gonna have to make that now, or he cooked, and I'm cooked. I don't want to be cooked. I don't want to be a pirate. We're gonna take a break after this Bobby Mack putt, Jeff, because I have to run 8 minutes of ads.
Yeah, that's cool. 8-minute break sounds good.
Yeah, these 8 minutes of ads will pay for Customize's flight to Toronto.
All right, let's so people appreciate we got to pay the bills.
Yeah, and go to the bathroom. People can come back. We'll be back with the conclusion here of what is going to happen.
It's going to turn into a Justin Thomas cut sweat.
Or Neiman.
Yeah.
So let's see where the cut's at right now. So it's 5 guys need to drop. Only Ben Ann is at 2 over. Then you have Tom Kim, Thomas, Phil, Grazerman, all at 1 over. And Neiman's about to join them. So, I mean, +3 isn't dead. It's also not good.
Yeah.
I'd say
20 feet.
I'll check with I assume Data Golf has it at 1% or something, but let's see. Data Golf has +3 at 0.5% of happening.
Okay.
But 17 and 18 are just playing so hard.
They are.
And all these guys have, except for, I guess, Jaeger's on 17. And Speed's in the water.
I think people underestimate or have underestimated how hard the second 9 of Augusta is.
It's
Everyone
'cause
talks about amen corner, but actually the tough holes are not just at amen corner.
No, but you can also make birdies on you. You can't really like
Well,
birdie.
you can't really birdie 17 and 18.
You can birdie 7. You can't really birdie 11. You
No.
birdie 11, you're stealing from the
No, absolutely.
How did you know how much money
Well,
Jeff was in the woods again.
I would have lost so much money if we did a podcast when Freddie Couples was like in his prime, like only winning one major.
He only has one major.
Yeah, that Masters in 92. He's got this.
I would have bet so much money on Freddie Couples at other majors.
He's just got the most picture-perfect swing.
Who is the modern day equivalent of Fred Couples?
Like in terms of reputation to majors, or like game, like we're also like they have to have the same game.
Adam Scott. Adam Scott is a prime example. He's got a perfect swing.
I would think.
Yeah,
Adam Scott. Oh, Pender. I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like Adam Scott is actually a pretty good comp.
Sergio, Adam Scott.
Former champion. I guess he counts as an old
Maybe
guy.
Justin Rose. Like we've got a few in this era where like crazy they only have one. A couple of them. Sergio, Scott, Rose would probably be the first.
Well,
one.
maybe Rose will be off that list in a couple of days, Jeff.
Maybe. Yep. No, I didn't mean any disrespect by that. Who else would be on that list with those guys with just the one? Like the best of our.
Oh, Freddie missed it. Bobby missed his putt. All right, we're going to go to break here. We're going to come back and sweat out Thomas and Hatton and Neiman and everyone through the final few holes. All right? So everyone, smash the like while you're here. Use code Mayo Underdog, and you stay tuned. All right?
If you've watched this show for at least 3 minutes over the past 3 weeks, that you know that I went to Pinehurst a few weeks ago. I'm the type of person that's never going to stop talking about that because I had the best time ever. And then one of the main reasons that I was able to have such a good time is that my clubs were waiting for me the moment that I got to the clubhouse, thanks to Shipsticks. I didn't have to wait at the baggage claim, put an air tag in it to make sure that my transfer of planes when I had to do my layover, that they actually made it onto the second plane. No. I didn't want to be stressed out going to have a golf mega vacation. And thanks to Shipsticks, I didn't have to. I sent it from my door. They came and picked it up. I got a text a little bit later on. It was at the shipping facility. I got a text the next day. It was already at Pinehurst. It was perfect. I even put the wrong label that they gave me onto it. What did they do? They called me and said, hey, do you want us to put on the proper label for you? I was like, yeah, I'm Pat Mayo. I'm a goober. I don't know how to do this. You guys handle it for me. And they did. It was such a relieving experience. I didn't go to Pinehurst to be stressed out. I went to be relaxed. And Shipsticks made that possible for me. And I'm talking about shipping over an international border here, and it still got there in a day, and it made it back to me in 2 days, so I had my sticks ready to go at my door. Right now, Shipsticks is offering my listeners 20% off on the first shipment when you go to shipsticks.com and use the code PatMayo. Go to shipsticks.com and use the code PatMayo to get 20% off your first shipment and save yourself the hassle this golf season. That's Shipsticks, shipsticks.com. And make sure to use the code PatMayo so they know that I sent you. The weather is warming up, which means it's almost time to get back onto the course full time. And if you really want to up your game, you can take the lessons, you can improve your game, but if you're stuck with those old clubs, nothing is going to change. That's why you need to head on over to your local PXG store for a fitting, because they make the best golf clubs, period. I just had mine out for the first time on the course at Pinehurst about 3 weeks ago, and it was awesome. The sound my irons make. I have the Gen 7 irons. They have the chrome top, titanium back. They're awesome. Biggest improvement for me has been the Black Ops driver. I'm carrying the ball about 15 to 20 yards longer off the tee. I'm not a huge hitter. I was about 225, 230 carry off the tee with my old driver. Get the new Black Ops driver, carrying it 245, 250. Hell, I had a 270 drive carrying bunkers down at Pinehurst number 4 on my last day. Once I was really starting to heat up with my clubs, it was amazing. It was so easy to get the fitting done, and it was the fastest way that I have found to improve my game to a point where I'm ready to tackle any course at this point. You can too. And for a limited time, you can save up to 20% on your entire order. Head on over to pxg.com/patmayo. That's pxg.com/patmayo to save up to 20% on your entire order. pxg.com/patmayo. Restrictions apply. See site for details. Outdoor golf season is almost here, but is your swing ready? With 126 X-Golf locations across 38 states, it's never been easier to dial in your swing year-round. I can speak to this. Go into the simulators all winter long, especially the good ones. You can go to crappy simulators. You don't want to go there. You want to go to X-Golf and really prep your game and hit the season firing. X-Golf's state-of-the-art simulators let you play full rounds, tee to green with unmatched short game realism. X-Golf's Auto Tee system ensures you're always ready to bomb a drive. No delays or automatic two-putts, just real, competitive golf in a lively sports bar environment. Love a little competition? X-Golf's handicap leagues and tournaments give every golfer a shot at winning incredible prizes. Upcoming spring tournaments include the Majors, where you could win a beach or mountain vacation, or the Cinco de Mayo Scramble, win a trip to New Belgium Brewery in Asheville, and that is just the start. So visit playxgolf.com to find your nearest X-Golf and book your tee time today. Again, trust me on this, you're going to want to go to X-Golf. So visit playxgolf.com. I'm going to tell you about Nutrafol one again because I believe that everyone should have thick, luscious hair growing off the top of their scalp. And Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1.5 million people. See thicker, stronger, faster-growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. Building a hair growth routine is simple. Purchase online, no prescription required, automated deliveries, and free shipping keep you on track. Plus, with a Nutrafol subscription, you can save up to 20%. You'll have access to free naturopathic doctor consults, and a Headspace meditation membership is also included. So start your hair growth journey with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering my listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code PATMAYO. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com. Promo code PATMAYO. That's Nutrafol.com. Promo code PATMAYO. If you're around my age when you were a kid, you probably just wore boxers all the time. They were big, they were baggy, they made it look like you had fat rolls at the top of your thighs because they got so bunched up anytime that you wore jeans. Not really my jam at this point in my life. I am all over the Skims stretch briefs right now. They're sleek. They're athletic. I wear them when I go golfing. I wear them all the time. They're the only pair of underwear I actually own right now. They're super comfortable. You know, they make sure that your junk is firmly tight in there because you don't want to be walking around with loose junk when you're running, when you're trying to hit a golf ball, or just, you know, when you get a little bit older and you start to get a bit, I don't know how to say this, saggy a little bit, that, you know, they don't want to be slapping off the inside of your thighs. You don't want that at all. And Skims makes that possible with their awesome stretch brief underwear. It's like you're wearing nothing at all, but still completely, fully secure at all times. So shop Skims Men at skims.com and any Skims stores and let them know that I sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select the Pat Mayo Experience in the drop-down menu that follows. Skims is the official underwear partner of the NBA, WNBA, and USA Basketball. If you want to go straight to the site, go to www.skims.com/Pat Mayo. Now that the weather's heating up for almost everyone, you need to flip your wardrobe. And if you're anything like me, summertime means more outfit changes. Golf, work, gym, playground with the kids, restaurants, whatever it is that you do, it probably requires a change of clothing. What you need are shorts and pants that look the part for all those places that are actually comfortable. And that's a hard thing to do. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who's tried wearing a pair of regular golf shorts to dinner after playing earlier that day, only to have your wife tell you that you need to go change because now you're dressed like that creepy guy at the office who wears a golf shirt and golf shorts to work every single day, and it's just a real bad vibe. But here's the thing. Since I've started wearing bird dogs, hasn't said a word. They look the part for the course and everywhere else. Plus, unlike my dressier shorts, bird dogs are actually comfortable. They look the same, but they're not just chafing the inside of my thighs the entire time. I basically wear them everywhere now. And when I was at Pinehurst, a place that's really not known for the casual look, I was able to wear my bird dogs while I was playing, and then I wore the exact same shorts to the dress code steakhouse later that night. Everyone was uncomfortable as they were filling their guts with food. Not Pat Mayo, because I have my bird dogs. No issues whatsoever. And for a limited time, my listeners get a free hat with any order when you use code PATMAYO at birddogs.com. Get this hat completely free when you use code PATMAYO at birddogs.com. Show support for the Pat Mayo Experience and let them know that I sent you.
I was just telling Cuss about these mics that we have that we're going to try to.
Jagger.
Who's that?
Yeah, it's Jagger.
Jager bombs?
We were just talking about him.
We were. That you said that Stefan, whose car got stolen after you shook his hand, that he thinks that the curse has now been transferred on to
something like that. Yeah.
Do you think that people are very upset that Jaeger is sponsored by Transcard? Is that like a debit card that used to be a credit card? Jeff, are you there? No. Jeff's dead. Again. Jeff's still hitting the vape outside. Someone in the comments section said, oh, sig break. They weren't wrong. Weren't wrong about the sig break.
Or maybe they were. You never know.
Yeah. But yeah, Phil's going to have some problems here.
Phil's trying to kill
Phil's
me.
all wet.
Phil's killing me. He's going to be tied with Langer.
What's that?
Phil's going to double bogey.
Probably. He may just bogey.
It's a tough up and down.
Finau with an eagle putt, he has a chance to at least get to +3 and give himself a crack with another par 5 coming.
Can the cut get to 3?
We talked about this before we went off air. There's a 0.5.
Oh, is Day getting one? Oh, Day held up. Who the fuck is that in the middle? Like by those, that's Keith Mitchell by a Justin Thomas is in the middle of the woods.
I don't know why more guys aren't just hitting 3-wood the way Justin Rose did today. If your driver's not there, they hit the 3-wood so long.
Yeah, but you have to remember that it's easier for Rose to do that because he's in the lead. These guys want to win.
And Rose actually used his 3-wood off the green. I think it was on 18 to get close. Like, that's the move. That's
your move that won us that golf trip.
I sure did.
And
that and our friend going out of bounds and then flubbing a shot out.
Yeah, we won. Oh, Morikawa just made a big putt on 16.
Using the lofted wood around the greens is, yes, it's an old man move, but it's also very effective if you're practiced at it.
I really wish I knew how to do it for Pinehurst.
You have to treat it like it's a putter. Honestly, you do have to do that.
Chipping was.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh, Spieth playing it. Oh, Spieth does not like that.
No, that was a dead pull.
Well, no, Spieth had to play that like low, but that's not terrible by any means.
Can the cut get to 3?
The cut can, yes, but it's very unlikely it gets to 3.
Less than 1%.
Yeah, because Jaeger's in at 2 now. So there's 1. Ann's at +2. Kim, Spieth, Phil, and Neiman. Neiman ended up only just making bogey on 17. So there's 4 guys at +1. And there's 1 guy at +2. All of them would have to get to +3, Jeff, to move the cut. However, Justin Thomas is at even, and he's in the middle of the woods right now. And McNeely's at 1 under. There's no one at even on the course right now. Is that for par or bogey for Neiman?
I think it was for par.
It was for par. No, he did end up making double. Oh, I didn't realize he had birdied 14. D-tree for Eagle. He's going to rally. Let's go rally now. Everybody rally now. You know, he needs to go 7 under over the final 6 holes.
Sorry, I was looking at these chicken fries.
Burger King chicken fries?
That actually sounds pretty
I
good.
can't believe
I have never had a chicken fry that I've liked, ever.
I understand it because it can't be the best chicken they're using for those, right?
Also, I just like French fries.
I do too.
That if I'm gonna get chicken, I'd rather get like a spicy chicken or something.
Yeah.
Also, I do think of fast food chicken. That is the best chicken.
Better than the Popeyes chicken?
Yeah, I mean,
Sandwich?
I'm not.
Or the Mary Brown's chicken sandwich, which is also excellent.
I find that I don't like all the batter on it.
Okay.
I find like the Wendy's spicy chicken has that like thin.
It is a very thin.
It's a very thin layer of batter, or like it's basically just like the skin that's like a little bit
Yeah.
flat. I much prefer that. Like a bite of KFC is probably the best bite of chicken,
So good.
but my stomach cannot handle even having 1 full piece of KFC at this point because then I get sick.
Really? That much?
When you have my diet,
I think if you had like 1 drumstick.
I mean, this is what happened to me when I was in. Because I got sick when I was in. Oh, here's Phil, Jeff. Phil chipping for par. Let's see. Spin it back. All right, Phil's going to have 17 feet from above the hole for bogey.
Yeah. Fuck.
What did
Jeff may be somewhere else.
I'm here.
fucking planet right now? The only thing he's not on is roller skates.
I can't believe he did that.
Jeff, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. You can't hear me?
I know. You know what? I turned down the volume during those ads, so I didn't have to hear the ads. I'm sure everyone else did that too.
I just wondered if Jeff was busy trying to reorganize his kitchen based on the video I saw.
Well, what happened?
It was a little disorganized, let's say. Wasn't it, Jeff?
All right. Ben Ann has 2 putts to make the cut from 10 feet.
I hear from people when various stuff takes place on the Circle Back podcast about Jeff.
Jeff, I
There's
got
a whole conversation about Jeff's kitchen. There's a photo of it.
Jeff, I can't lie to you.
Way to go, Ben Ann. Way to go, buddy.
Jeff, the Circle's Back podcast. Everyone should watch it because I support my friend Rob Pizzola, my friend Geoff Fienberg. I want to see their show do well. And it's doing so well. You guys added a second one, right?
I can't have fucking Phil Mickelson.
Jeff, are you listening to me? Am my mic not on?
No, I can hear you. I cannot believe Phil fucking put that in the drink from like 70 yards out.
He did it. He did the Rory from yesterday. He got wet on both par fives.
It's okay. Even if he doubles here, he's still tied with Langer.
Yeah, but the finish is hard. He'll be pressing for the cut, so he'll bogey. And then even if I have to chop the bet, I'll probably lose a little money.
I mean, you'll win half the money you were going to win. That's how that would work. But
no, because it was like -1, like 35. So
yeah. So, but basically, let's say you bet. I don't know what it would be. Let's say you bet $1,000 to win 800 or 900, whatever it was. You would just you'd win 400. Whatever your profit was going to be, just cut that in half, and that's what you win.
Yeah, just give me my wrist back. Let me go home.
All right, here's Phil to make it.
Yeah, fuck.
He did not make it. I hate those balls, by the way.
It's interesting. He's been a Callaway guy for so long, but yeah, it's interesting he continues to play those. I guess because of the sponsorship. I don't know.
When we were on the trip, I ended up playing with because we tried to we didn't really know anyone.
Yeah.
Which I gotta say, a really good concept for adults.
Meeting people you don't know and playing golf together.
Well, we do our trip every year.
Yes.
With basically the same 12 guys plus 4 people who rotate in and out.
Correct.
And what happens on that trip inevitably every year?
It gets clicky and the same people play together all the time.
Exactly. So with this one, you get I was there with Butts and our other friend.
Yes.
And then he knew a couple of people, but he also didn't know everyone. You just got to play golf with random dudes and meet people. It was fun.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting idea.
And ours doesn't end up becoming clicky. It just ends up becoming everyone just hates the same 2 people every year. And those people are coming this year,
as I understand it.
So now everyone's going to hate me. I had a shield.
Yeah, you did. You had a heat shield.
I had a big heat shield on that trip. They're like, oh, Pat sucks, but he's not half as bad as these guys. That was just me left.
Oh, Keegan just made birdie.
And we're watching it. That's actually day.
That's
isn't it?
day, yes.
That day he won in the water too, didn't he?
Yeah.
No,
Oh yeah, just barely. That's right.
So he pars and gets out of dodge.
Dave's yet to make a bogey.
Yeah, well, it's it's actually the sort of shirt that Tiger wears now, that turtleneck style.
It's not though, because Tigers doesn't.
No, Tim. No.
Dub.
Tiger wears mock turtlenecks. This is not that.
Okay. When he won his last Masters with Nike, it was like a red mock turtleneck, right, that he wore.
Yeah, no, this isn't that.
Oh, I want to get back to you guys added a second Circles Back, right?
Yeah, there's a Friday edition. Yeah.
It gets big numbers, and I gotta say, the show is not for me. I like listening to you because I just like listening to you, but I could not care less about any of this stuff.
Yeah.
I just get messages
Some
about
interesting characters and some fascinating things going on in that orbit. Can Patrick Reed finish his round?
People really wanted me to see Jeff's kitchen.
Well, there's another thing. Who's this guy who does the live Twitter spaces that I see people are on? Oh, that does not look a good shot, Scotty.
He's gonna really par 5.
Birdie from Reed. I need that par from Reed.
That far pin.
Who's the guy who does the Twitter Spaces?
Well, there seems to be a few spaces going these days, but you're talking about Elf?
Yeah, like I don't know who this guy is. I don't know what's going on with it, but he seemed to get a bunch of traction real quickly.
Yeah, I got a lot of traction real quickly because I would say there is like a hole in the marketplace for I guess just
Is it like TMZ style stuff about our industry?
yes and no. Sometimes it's just like scammers, other people yelling at scammers, or scammers yelling at each other, or oh fucking Phil.
That's not a terrible leave for Philly. Ben Ann just made it from there. Oh, that was Keegan. Never mind. Where's Phil at in this hole?
I'm just grumbling. I don't think he's hit the ball yet. He'd be teeing off last.
Is that the piss guy?
Ballister. I don't know.
Is that
Who was the guy who pissed in the creek?
yeah, Jose Ballister?
That's it. I thought he was
That's top 20s and stuff for sure, by the way.
John Daly would have gone to Liv.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they probably tried to get John Daly for Liv.
Because I watched some of his video with Bryson. He was very charming in the Bryson video.
Everyone looks good in these videos. That's the secret sauce behind Bryson right now. He gets to be edited.
It's true.
When we got to see Bryson every single week on tour and he was unedited, no one liked him.
Yeah, well, it can be a bit much, right?
Well, it would be. That's why not seeing him a ton is actually beneficial to him.
I still stand by my stance that he is the best golfer on Liv and that he is better than Rom. And if I had to pick between the two of them in a tournament, I would pick him every time over Rom. I really believe that.
I think Rom will have more longevity.
I'm not sure that that's true.
Because I feel like when Bryson's athleticism goes a little bit, I don't know what he does.
You think he's gonna be like the ultimate warrior of golf? Like,
I know that's actually a really good comp for Bryson, the ultimate warrior.
Oh, I think he can reinvent himself. He's so smart. He's like Justin Verlander. Once he can no longer throw 99, he finds a way to like strike you out by throwing 91.
Sure, I think Bryson is going to be
surprised.
and he'll adapt. But it seems, I mean, Bryson's just so hard to figure out because he's been through many iterations of it.
Very much so.
Like Rom just strikes me as like, if we were thinking about who could be like some of the best golfers of all time, Rom just seems like he has that natural skill.
Okay.
Where Bryson seems like he has to work real hard for it.
He does. Bryson's the guy who gets A's in class because he studies 24 hours a day.
Yeah, what happens when that's like you'll burn yourself out doing that.
That is true. And he kind of did.
Yeah. Then he went away for a while, now he's back.
Sort of recreated it.
Also, he couldn't. I think bulking up taught him a ton. It was a terrible idea.
It was. Although he probably won the U.S. Open because of it.
No, he wasn't big, beefy Bryson.
In 2020 he was.
That
was the same year that
he got even bigger after that.
I mean, I kind of feel like that was his apex, wasn't it?
His apex is right now.
Like in terms of like his beefiness when I say apex.
Maybe you're right.
Like that was the same year that he tried to drive number 6 at Bay Hill. And
that was the question I had the other day that I put out. I was trying to figure it out because they had mentioned on the broadcast that there's no one more synonymous with a hole in golf than Fred Couples on 12. I was like, well, Spieth's kind of synonymous with that hole too.
For all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
But if you had to think about a player linked to a certain hole, like who are those people? I just, it's Bryson, number 6 at Bay Hill.
That's what
it's a moment.
I don't.
Like for me,
and
like
to a lesser degree, Bryson 18 at Pinehurst number 2 now.
Sort of.
Or Cameron Smith at the road
At the road hole. I guess there's probably a few. Like it almost has to be an iconic hole to do it.
It does.
So like when you think of DJ, Jeff, what DJ hole do you think of? Because I have one that instantly comes to mind.
I don't know that playoff at reverse Spieth.
I think it was 18 at Whistling Straits.
Oh, I think when he almost made that hole in one at Kapalua on that like
Sure.
450-yard par 4.
Like Jack at 16 at the Masters. It's like that. That's where he made
Phil just hit it in the water.
It looked like it.
But you couldn't, again, they couldn't tell.
Oh, Ben Ann made the putt. Birdie. So that really hurts all of the +3s right now. Yeah, Phil's in the water, man.
Oh my God, this motherfucker.
Spieth and Bradley are now Bo Grazerman. Barely made the cut.
Whatever.
He made it.
Whatever.
He bogeyed 18 to get there.
Reed made a good bunker save on 18. Great. Good. Thank you, Patrick.
What's that?
Phil just had a great shot there.
Oh,
That wasn't Phil. He just put it to within, 15 feet for birdie.
Who?
Phil did.
maybe that was his. I thought he went in the water.
Oh, was it like they just?
Yeah, that was his drop.
Oh dear. Okay.
You're such a fucking fuck you.
I wasn't trying to screw with you, Jeffrey. I honestly thought that was it. Oh, look, more Patrick Reed. They must have a quotient. They're trying to burn it on Friday.
That was a great par save by Patrick Reed on 18.
Yeah.
I don't think that Patrick Reed being on Liv is why they don't show him. I think
No, I don't think so either.
I think they just don't like Patrick Reed.
People are like, oh God, get him off TV.
Like they're showing Phil every shot he.
Yes, they are. They showed a bunch of Brooks yesterday.
And well, they showed a bunch of Bryson yesterday too.
Well, yeah, you have to. The TV loves Bryson.
Yeah, of course.
You have to. Bryson has to be the person you're watching at all times.
Bryson and Rory.
Rory to a lesser degree because he's not as charismatic. But yes, it's like Bryson doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus, right?
Weirdly, I mean, Scheffler is sort of like the peak of this, but also the worst part of it. Bryson is charismatic, but I don't think he's naturally charismatic.
No, I think he
figured out
how to be funny.
Not funny, but I think he figured out how to be energetic. And I think YouTube helps with that.
I think it does.
But Rory is naturally like Spieth. Spieth and Rory are the two naturally charismatic people on the course because they do weird things. They try crazy shots.
Yes.
Like Thomas is kind of in that too. It's just,
Phil used to be like that.
Phil used to be like that. I mean, Tiger
wasn't charismatic.
Yeah, but his shot.
Tiger was just an amazing golfer.
That's why Scotty's the most like Tiger.
I can see that.
It just he doesn't have any drip like Tiger.
No.
And Tiger was so much better than everyone.
Well, that's it, right? If you talk about iconic, 18 at Hazeltine, the
Well,
shot he hit.
I mean,
Under the bunker.
Well, that
was
that was the thing. Everyone said here's the who's
so
associated
Tiger
with
was
most,
that and number
7
at Pebble Beach.
or this hole 16 at the Masters.
That too.
It was a fucking commercial.
Yeah.
How about 17 at the Players? Better
think,
than most.
I still think 16 at the Masters is Jack's hole more than Tiger's, but sure.
It was a Nike. It was like the best Nike commercial. It's the thing that he won the Masters chipping in on 16.
Yes.
And the ball stopped. And then it went in.
Yeah, I don't know. That moment is, of course, one of the 5 most iconic moments in Masters history.
But that's a good. It's
So
hard.
what we call number 2 at the Masters Louis Oosthuizen's hole.
Larry Mize chipping in to win is one of the top 5.
It's hard for us to really comment on things that. I mean, I guess they showed it enough that it has to be, or like one of Jack's putts in '86.
That's what the 16.
Yeah.
That's where he makes the sir putt. That's why I think of 16. I think of Jack.
But we only think of that because it's been shown to us so many times.
Yes.
It's hard for us to really comment on stuff that we weren't there for.
No, that's right.
I'll get out of the divot.
Because I would say, I'm trying to think, Masters wise.
Tim.
That guy taking Tiger out during our live show.
Or the Tiger getting run over. Remember that, Jeff?
That was our first.
I totally forgot about that.
The first cut sweat.
The first ever cut sweat. Tiger gets knocked out by the dude.
That's so funny.
Sideswiped. Is that the year he won?
I believe it was 2019.
See, maybe this is like 2019. That was the last time someone from outside the top 10 won.
Yeah.
And you have that moment.
Was Hideki in the top 10 when he won?
What's that?
Was Hideki in the top 10?
The past 5 winners have all been inside the top 3 in the first round.
Okay.
Oh, Morikawa makes the putt. Another birdie. He birdied 17. All right, Morikawa's firmly back in the mix.
It would be funny if you on
This
Monday
is a great leaderboard.
gave all those stats. Who's the person that would match all the stats that you quoted on Monday?
It was Rory. It
would be Corey Connors. Him winning. Remember on Monday you went about how it's April 13th and it was a Canadian who won the Masters.
Well, it's a
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, it depends on how. Oh, here's Phil for bogey.
It would be Corey Connors winning this tournament now.
Oh, Phil made it, Jeff.
Really? What a
He did.
He's at +4 right now. He needs a birdie to get your push.
Yep. Go get it, Philly. Morikawa, what a lovely little run of golf.
Okay, when I rattled off the
all those weird stats about.
It was just the link up between. I mean, you also had to think that Kobe was a forward, not a guard. But yeah, we'll fudge it because it was a fun. People got really mad when I tweeted that. Not people, like 3 people were like, "This is the stupidest thing." You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
That was the point.
Yeah, it's a fucking hilarious.
That was the joke.
So is it a Canadian who wins because of this trends, or a lefty who wins?
Well, but
So does Matt McCarty win the Masters?
that would be wild. That would be wild.
That'd be really bummed that he unfollowed me on Twitter. I was about to DM like, hey, you want to come on the show?
If Matt McCarty wins the Masters, that'd be hilarious.
It really wouldn't, actually. It'd be awful.
Well, it depends how he won it and how the weekend went.
No, why? Why would that be awful? I'm not of that. I don't subscribe to that.
I subscribe to we want winners, and we want people who want to win. We don't need a guy who's going to be like off the tour in 3 years.
Well, he won't be if he wins the Masters.
He'll have 3 years.
Well, I mean, they still let Max Homa play on the tour, and he can't play anymore.
Max Homa was on the President's Cup team that we went to in September.
Probably shouldn't have been.
He was actually pretty good at the President's Cup.
I don't remember.
Hey, Max Homa made the cut.
I suppose. Give him that.
Everyone lined. I told you, Jeff. Everyone lined up to bet Max Homa to miss the cut. Stayed away. Had to stay away. Too popular.
He wasn't on my parlay,
You had Connors winning.
but I had other guys lose it for me, like Detry.
Getting the whole thing.
Dunlap is not Canadian.
I thought Nick Dunlap was Canadian.
No.
What?
Nick Taylor's the only rival, the guy that I was arguing with Cam about.
You were.
Anyway, I mean, I actually kind of agree with Cam. I just content. But
Connors winning would be great.
Connors winning is fine. Like, Connors has been lurking around enough.
Several majors.
Connors winning would be fucking amazing. It would be awesome.
But like, I can't sit here and say that Rose has no chance to win and be like, you know who's going to win?
No, of course not. No.
Do you want to know something? I didn't go to a Leafs game all year. I don't really care. I would 100% go to the playoff game, like in the first round, where Corey Connors would be introduced to drop the opening faceoff, and I could leave after that, and I'd go like.
There's Boy Dunlap.
I was at the game. I was at the game where Mike, like the week after the Masters, where Mike Weir dropped the puck at like a Leaf Sens playoff game. It is as loud as I ever heard the goddamn building. And that you could say that's an indictment on like Leaf fans, but it's one of my favorite memories in that building when Weirzy, like right after the Masters, came out and yeah.
I guess Americans don't really realize, like, Mike Weir's set for life because he won the Masters in Canada.
Oh yeah, he's a household name.
Like, he is one of our guys.
In Canada, he has vineyard money. Like
he is exactly. He is a first ballot sports Hall of Fame Canadian.
Yes,
he won the Masters.
I mean, Steve Nash made enough money anyway, and Steve Nash was a 2-time MVP. But like, same as Steve Nash. Yeah. Like, if you are good at a sport, like if you win something huge in a sport that's not hockey, you are set for life.
But like, you'd think Justin Morneau would fit the bill, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same.
Name that won the U.S. Open for tennis.
But he won MVP. Lila Fernandez.
Oh,
Lila.
what's her name?
Fernandez.
She was real hot.
Lila Fernandez or something.
No, Bianca. Is that her name?
Oh, Andrescu.
The one who won the
Andrescu. Bianca Andrescu.
Yeah, the one who's super hot.
Canadian.
Jeannie Bouchard, but she never won anything. She was just really hot.
Well, a Canadian woman did win the U.S. Open.
Yeah, Bianca Andrescu. Pat got it. Bianca.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, the fact that I couldn't remember her name probably isn't great because I remember Eugenie Bouchard because she was super hot.
And she got to the finals of the U.S. Open.
She was dating like Mason Rudolph for a while.
Okay, so Lucas says, am I a goober for showing up to the live show solo? I don't think so. I think there's a lot of people who are going to be showing up solo. And we're doing a meet.
Can I, and maybe I'll do this rant again, Pat. Here's the thing. Like, I respect, how do you put this? Like, it makes sense if, like, you have friends in your life that don't give a shit about this podcast, right? Like, like, there's no reason for you not to come to the show.
Come press
people who's like friends are into the podcast, but like you're into the podcast.
And sit like a ninja the whole time.
Yeah,
no. Sidelines gear. Show up dressed like Jeff.
What?
Who would be the easiest?
These people should dress as their favorite character when they come to the show, Jeff.
I would probably be the easiest, I think. Or you? I don't know.
Well, Cam only has 3 shirts, so you can just.
Or you could wear something like bright with a couple like floral prints, and you could like.
Or you just get a pair of glasses and a pocket protector. It goes Rob.
Say, peace, love, and computers. Rob Pizzola. Cam calling out Pizzola for being an internet tough guy is like my favorite thing of all time.
The thing is, like, Pizzola has so much clout in that space.
And well, he's putting it to great use now. I think he's putting it to the best use. This is the most profitable version of his clout.
I agree. Like he is like he is highly respected. But I guess he's also got a lot of haters. I don't know. Yeah. Pizzola's good.
Yeah, people forget that you and Pizzola are from the Cam and Gabe tree of content. Like, people associate me and you with that, but I'm not a part of that. Rob is, so he gets it.
Yes, and we would, like, there was a time in our life where we were both, like, working at a radio station together till, like, 2:30 in the morning on, like, a shit disturber, like, radio show.
Bronstedter's from that school, too, right?
Bronstetter was their producer.
Right.
Bronstetter can't come to the live. He's devastated.
Oh, so you have MMA somewhere else?
I mean, he has a wedding that weekend.
Oh, okay.
Bronstedter's the best. Yeah, it sucks.
I remember going to there was a live roast of Gabe and Cam.
Oh, no.
When we worked at Fantasy. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Ainser was all over that. That was fantastic. But Bronstetter was the MC, and dude fucking crushed it. He was so good. Gabe was trying to get the stream to work.
People should not feel self-conscious about coming to the show by themselves.
No, and we're also doing like an hour like meet and greet in the same space afterwards. So like, there's gonna be a bunch of people there solo. Meet some it's a pretty cool community, I would guess. I mean, it's not like I've met a ton of people who watch the show. I assume they're probably the ones who are coming. Everyone's like pretty chill.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You can go hit the nicotine pen with Jeff outside after the show.
Yeah.
You have smoke with Pat and Tim. Yep. You can meet Gary.
You could watch Jeff as he walks around in circles with his phone up to his ear like this.
You're listening to Rumble videos. Like Paul and Cody are going to be there if you love MMA. Like the whole crew's going to be there.
What was I listening to? A Chargers game? What was
I
doing?
know, we were just there in the middle of the President's Cup, and you just had to walk away for a bit. And you had your phone up to your ear as you walked in circles.
Oh yeah, that's nice hatting. Who did I? Yeah, for sure. There's Fienberg walking, like just leaving the group to like walk alone. That
was happening.
My good friends like can resonate with that, like on a trip.
Oh, woke bloke in the chat shouts out Donovan Bailey. That is a good one.
Oh, yeah, sure, Donovan Bailey for sure. Fastest man on earth.
And then he called Michael Johnson a chicken.
He did.
You're a chicken, Jeff. That like sold out Skydome. The 150-meter race.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Races need to make a comeback.
Well, this is because people really only pay attention to it every 4 years.
Like people are doing, like the Paul brothers are doing these celebrity boxing matches. I need to see celebrity 100 meters.
I still think Usain Bolt would douse 99.9% of people.
I don't think Usain Bolt is. That's not who I'm thinking. Like we've tried all these celebrity things, right, Jeff? How about sprints?
I don't know if people want to tune in and watch people tear their meniscus.
I bet you they. Hey, here's Paul Rudd against Adam Sandler. Oh no, Sandler's down. We were going to have the you versus Jeff versus Cam 100-meter dash.
No, Cam would win.
I agree. I have Cam as the favorite.
Of course you should.
I think he's on. He's not on. What's the one that Cam's on, Jeff? It's not. It's like a budget version. You bought it off like Portuguese Joe or something.
Somewhere nowhere good.
Yeah, where's? I don't even had to hack out.
I was on 18. He was way off.
I mean, if he doubles this, he misses the cut.
Mm-hmm.
Phil put it right down the pipe on 17. Spieth is on a cut watch now, boys.
Any chance of Mayo Media Network going to the Ryder Cup? Well,
No.
I don't think so.
No.
But I was in talk with someone about bringing me and you to an event.
Okay. That's cryptic.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I haven't told you, so I don't
Fair
know.
enough.
But I said like 3M might be better. Like we just go to Minnesota when it's nice. We play some golf, do a meet and greet there. Yeah, I know. I just by the metrics, there's a ton of people in Minnesota who watch the show. Interesting. Golf. Minnesota loves golf. It's like here.
And hosting cold Super Bowls.
Oh, God. What was that? Oh, that's Morikawa. He's in the Langer spot.
On 18, Morikawa.
Yeah, he's just left of the pin.
Yeah, that's where Rose was too. That's where Rose took out his 3-wood.
All right. Hatton is about to go to -7. If he can get to -8, Rory will play with Bryson. And I feel like that's a really comfortable pairing for Rose and Hatton if they end up together.
Yeah,
All of it. Like even if Hatton got with Rory, he'd probably. I wouldn't want to play with Rory. Like I don't want Connors being with Rory.
Now, Connors, who's the most generic? Put Connors with fucking Scheffler. There's a group that you'd be like, oh yeah,
well, the young,
oozing charisma.
the young guy who shot -5, he's going to go quite early. He'll be with one of the 6s.
McCarty.
So put McCarty.
Bacardi?
Yeah, Bacardi. Yeah,
McCarty and Cola. Do it. We got Rose, Bryson, Hatton, Rory, Connor, Scheffler, McCarty, Lau. That's a dream pairing for Lowry. Just go out with this dude and just be like, oh, let's go make some birdies.
because the crowds aren't really following you. They're going to hold
You know
back.
what? Though? The crowds are kind of everywhere there, though.
Although Lowry always plays well with Rory. When he plays with Rory, he beats Rory like every time.
They'd be a good team at Bethpage Black.
They were a good team at the Zurich when they won last year, beating Martin Trainer and Morpheus, I think. Who was Martin Trainer's partner? Was it Martin Trainer? Or was it Ryan and Mark Hubbard?
No, it wasn't the Hubbards. Oh my God, it was like
I take a vacation on the Zurich every year, so I don't really watch it. I just see the results.
it was like not Ryan. Oh my God, I can see the face, but I can't think of the name. Oh my God, it was just like a little fucking guy.
It was Ryan Brem, though, right? FantasyNational.com. I bet you we don't have Zurich in there.
Yeah, Spieth is on the cut line with 3 holes to go.
Spieth? Scotty is that for birdie?
Yeah.
Fuck was that?
What the hell was that? Holy shit.
How poorly I played at Pinehurst number 2.
That's the worst. That's the worst putt I've ever seen him hit.
Describe it. I mean, you told me about your bunker shot on 18.
No, I wasn't in the same bunker. I just went and hit the shot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Hatton is really
Getting down on it.
Hatton's like my only bet.
Lowry's the only guy I got going. Thank God I hit Justin Rose.
I have Bryson. The other 2 guys aren't going to make the cut.
Who were the other 2 guys?
Cameron Smith and Russell Henley.
Henley
Oh, right.
battled back a little bit. He pulled a Straka. He battled back to get to the cut and then melted.
What a disgraceful act.
Tommy G's texting me.
Oh no. Phil hit it to 43 feet. How many bodies are playing the weekend here?
Right now, 57.
The fewer the better as far as I'm concerned.
So tell me, I'm live on air at the moment.
You know, right now 54.
Is it?
Well, if it's T55, then T54 would make the cut, right? So what do we got here? Homa. What a hero. Tied with Nick Taylor.
Yeah, good for Homa.
Scheffler for par.
Yeah, because he missed his birdie quite badly.
Missed it.
Yes, he did.
Go away, Scheffler. Scheffler being like 4 behind going into the final round is actually kind of fun. Because he's someone who would shoot a 63 to win a major at the Masters.
Jason Day is just.
I think anybody on that first board, if they won, it wouldn't shock me or even surprise me at this point.
I mean, obviously, Rose and Connors are the 2 that you would look at. And then I think that Hatton.
Rose has had some, Rose is an accomplished champion.
Rose won a major 12 years ago.
And he won a gold medal as well.
In 2016, so 9 years ago.
Yeah.
It's
But
been,
like he finished second at the British Open.
which he had no chance to win.
Okay, but like the last major plate, he finished second.
Sure, I could see him most definitely coming second.
So I wouldn't be shocked if he won.
No, but to say like a 20% chance of winning is a bit.
Well, now it's only one stroke. 20%, but like 10% then.
Listen, if it was Justin Rose and 5 Matt McCurdy's, then I would agree with you.
Obviously it's a stacked leaderboard. But if you told me, Sunday night Justin Rose has got a green jacket on, I wouldn't be shocked.
Oh yeah,
Makes
no,
sense.
I agree with you. I wouldn't be shocked, but I put his odds at like 5% of winning this.
Okay.
I'm sure Data Golf has it a bit higher, but it's not even just the guys that you see on the leaderboard right now. Like, let's drop down to the 5s. Lowry, Day, drop down to the 4s. Morikawa, Hovland, Ludwig, Matsuyama, Reed, Xander. Like, all of the names coming up are all the best players.
It's true.
So if one of them gets hot tomorrow, all of a sudden they're in the final group.
What's the forecast for tomorrow?
Oh, Captain Ramius and trainer. Thank you. Pot Junior in the chat.
Potgeeter?
It's not Pot
I thought he was in this. I was going to hope for him. He's not in.
I actually think he'd be good at the match.
I do too.
I mean, he can't chip. That's a problem. Work on that.
What is the forecast for tomorrow?
I don't know.
Oh,
Morikawa's pulling a Justin Rose here. He's got the 3-wood in his hands.
How often do you think they practice that?
Not often, but on a course like this where everything's so tightly mown, they probably a lot more than usual this week.
I think he would have been better off chipping that. Or putting it.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's sunny tomorrow. And
Yeah, no, the weekend weather is supposed to be, it's a bit cold, is the only thing I would say.
I've seen guys now put sweaters on in the last hour.
Well, did you see, I was watching Pavon in the early groups, Jeff,
yeah.
and he was wearing Victor's sweater.
Well, I think he also wears Jay Lindbergh, so
He's also sponsored by Ping, but I assume Victor would have like custom stuff.
no, because I've seen like Matt Wallace in the same stuff that Victor wears.
Face is the Phil face.
Oh, yeah, I know. I saw that. It was very eerie.
I made my own face swap, then Padded Room Memes touched it up for me.
Okay. So, yeah, that's...
Padded Room Memes made me something good for tomorrow.
In honor of him doing all this stuff as being a fan of the show, I got his flight to Toronto for him.
Wow.
I had him.
Nice to meet him in person.
I mean, I'll share it with you guys.
If you share it with us, you're about to share it with 500 people or 1,000 people who are currently...
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
I think
there are hardcores, but it's pretty much Moses with the 10 Commandments, and they say, "Thou shalt watch the Masters, thou shalt covet the Masters." Because Pat, you did
have no other tournament before me.
You cut a short for the internet.
And, you can blame Jared for that. I do not control.
I got a lot of my Jewish brothers let me know that they showed it to their wives to just help for an understanding of the situation.
Oh, so they want to watch the Masters too.
Well, no, I mean like just our listeners who are Jew. Like they said, I got a bunch of clips messages saying like, thank you that just I had to show my wife your clip just so she knows how we're feeling, which is true. But also like I really fucked up. Can I tell you how badly I screwed up?
I'd love to hear all about it.
So there was a line like, thank you for Jared for not cutting a certain line in that. But I said that the Masters happening on the same weekend.
Oh, that was a terrible thing to say.
Passover Seder's is the worst thing to happen to the Jews in some time. And I said that.
I was like, oh boy.
And I said that to my wife, and I didn't realize that like she was later in the day going to an at the ROM here, like was doing an Auschwitz exhibit. So I was like, oh shit. She was really pissed at me.
You're just trying to make comedy, Jeff.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, but
Just out here doing bits. It's okay.
Yeah, no, listen.
She was a safe face. Morikawa missed his putt. He's gonna bogey. Gotta pee.
Okay.
Speed's gonna go in the water here.
We'll see.
Let's see. It doesn't
Does
seem like
Min Woo make par?
doesn't love it, doesn't hate it. Man, that
Yeah,
is
it's a safe shot.
How the fuck did Phil go in the water? I wish I had saw that shot.
He must have hit it left.
Where did Phil go in the? Oh yeah, Phil hit it left. Like
Left. Yeah, well, that's his miss, right? That's all it has been. So. Yeah, so Spieth hits it to about 45 feet. Safe spot. He needs to just come in clean to play the weekend. And honestly, Spieth being your early coverage person, if you're ESPN and CBS, isn't the worst, because people are going to want to see Spieth. To have him on early is probably, if you can't have him up top, you want him probably close to the bottom.
Have they showed us Day tee off on 18?
I have not seen that.
Because I would. He's gonna. I guarantee he's gonna like just make some great scrambling par.
You talking about Spieth as the rabbit?
Yeah, well, that's essentially what he will be if he makes it on the number.
Oh yeah, that's actually a show we could do. We have to figure out, because I'm going to be gone away for a week. We need to figure out a show to bank. You guys want to do draft talk sometime this week and bank it?
Draft talk.
About it, but
Okay, we'll talk about the Jets.
Right now, actually, the first pairing out. If Spieth gets,
We'll have a fucking show.
chicken fries.
if Spieth, if it finishes as it is, it's going to be Neiman and Spieth out.
Oh, yeah,
first.
Spieth will be the featured group in the morning.
Yeah,
And Phil would have been if Phil was out. Phil and Spieth are historically in majors when they make the cut, but they're not really. Like Rahm wouldn't be bad because Rahm.
Rahm and Zach Johnson, it looks like.
That's not good. But if Rahm, so they should be able to finagle the fucking. If you're not in the final 5 groups, they should be able to put you with people with the same score.
I've always said for
Akshay would
entertainment,
be,
for entertainment purposes, the tournament directors should be able to do whatever they want with the players at the scores. Like at the specific score, they could order the guys at 4 under however they want to order them.
Yeah, Spieth still has to par 17 and 18.
I mean, he's got to come in clean, and he's got a 2-putt from a mile away on 16.
I made a lot of mistakes.
Or blow it 20 feet by. Who's that?
Did
Oh,
Min Woo make his par on 18? Do we know?
yes, he's in at 1 under. This guy says, let's see.
No, then he bogeyed 18.
David, okay, he's in at 1 under, whatever he is. David Berg says, yeah, that's him. About Bobby Mack. Oh no, Anthony said every golf tout's favorite pick. Bobby Mack turns a wet mop performance. Shocker. Should have known. Well, if you should have known, then you should have used it. Better.
Yeah, it seems like you're not using your powers to their absolute zenith.
Seems-
You know,
I made other mistakes, but I literally I couldn't bet Bobby Mack for how popular he was for a guy at like that price or off.
Justin Rose playing himself on the Ryder
But
Cup.
don't worry, I replaced him
No,
with other losers
if-
on my betting card.
If Justin Rose finishes in the top 2 here,
No,
is he going to be on the Ryder Cup?
I almost think he has.
If he wins, he probably makes some points.
If he wins, he probably makes it on. That's iffy
Because you would have last year's second at the British and this year's win. I think he'd have enough points to get over the top.
that's
We
interesting.
can do a Ryder Cup show because we haven't done the US yet after the first major.
We haven't done any football in 3 weeks, and NFL draft is next week. That's just what I'm thinking.
I'd be curious with the numbers. I suspect Rose with a win or even another top 2 might have the points to get him right on the cusp, if not in.
Let me look up Ryder Cup standings. I think he's like shortlisted for one of the captains.
I would certainly be.
But if the problem is he's so old now.
But you need at least
Yeah,
one.
I get that, but what if Rose comes second in this and he does nothing the rest of the year?
Then
So I was gonna say we just did this. Guys. We just did this and we didn't even like consider Rose. We did it like 2.5 weeks ago.
but, you know,
Listen,
opinions change when the facts change,
listen,
Jeff.
I completely believe. Oh, Hatton. Oh no, Hatton. Oh my God.
That is
Oh no, Hatton.
that is such a bad putt. Not going to make the water, but
Oh
such a
boy,
bad putt.
Hatton.
Good job, buddy.
I don't like bringing. I mean, I do like bringing up Pinehurst that I went there. That happened to me a few times.
That's unfortunate. That is very frustrating.
Couldn't chipping. You actually probably would have chipped the best of it. You are historically the worst around the green player I know,
Oh yeah.
but your game around the green would have translated well.
I mean, I play everything along the ground if
Yeah.
I can.
I couldn't you know how I like to turn I can't chip with a 60 for whatever reason.
That's not designed for that.
But
Like a 60 is really not a chipping club. Like people used to chip with their sand wedge.
I chip with my 56.
Yeah.
But I like to open up my 56. I basically try to be Phil around the ground.
Yeah.
I just open it up as far as it can go,
Spinners.
and I lash it.
Yeah.
And try to get it up and fucking
I
stop
think
it.
you'd be better off if you learned how to use your 6-iron and just chipped it around.
No,
Like Tim Butts does with his 8-iron.
I completely disagree. Because
Like Butts knows what he's doing with his 8-iron, and he does a great job with it.
guess who beat Butts in every round?
Okay, but
except for at number 2.
Okay, but that has no bearing on whether his chipping is better or worse.
No, but listen, I think that there are times for the bump and run. Doing it every time just tells me that you can't chip.
Oh, sure.
And
I'm
if
the
you-
first to say I feel more confident playing it low than high.
Well, remember when I used to play my 3-iron around the green all the
Yes.
time? And I used to do that for ages. And then, like, when I finally
Our friend Mark, who has to putt.
yeah, like
Has to putt.
all that. But if you had a good short game with a wedge from around the green, you'd be way better. And I've gotten way better at my short
Well,
game.
Podrick says to put all your strength on one foot, basically just stand on one foot while you're chipping.
That was a drill. And then you started doing it in real life,
Well,
chipping with one foot off the ground.
Yeah, that was happening. That gives you a sense of where my game is these days.
Forget what I was. Ryder Cup points here.
Yeah, Ryder Cup points.
I mean, Rose is shortlisted for sure. But I mean, last time they
He
took,
finished what, 3rd or 4th earlier this year in the tournament, didn't he?
yeah, he is 2 top 10s. Bayhill and Pebble actually did quite well.
Those are both elevated events.
They do,
So,
but at every other tournament, he misses the cut.
okay, but there's still a ton of points to be gained there.
Taking Rose in a weird way. I mean, if Rose wins, it's a different story. But let's say Rose, because he did this 2 years ago. He ended up coming in like 11th or 9th or something. Taking Rose on the European team, weirdly, is kind of like taking Spieth on the American team.
Okay.
I thought if I was like an American golf fan, I would be wanting them to take Rose.
Especially at Bethpage.
But he
Sure.
might serve his purpose. But there's not room for Rose and Sergio, is there?
Well,
Sergio,
you don't take Sergio.
I mean, Sergio's not making the team unless he comes out. He just missed the cut, so he's in the PGA Championship. So he needs a big PGA Championship run, and he's going to start playing DP events.
try to get into and probably the U.S. Open qualifiers and the British Open.
Sergio's playing everything. He could not make a putt that wasn't outside 3 feet for 2 days.
Yeah, well, that won't do.
But his ball strike, like even at this tournament, his ball striking was amazing.
Sure, but if that won't do, had to be lucky to get out of here with a bogey at this point.
That's a good putt. Like Hatton's on the team.
I would think so, as long as they're allowed to take live guys.
There,
And they took Brooks 2 years ago, so they
no, the European already said
They're
Okay.
taking with guys.
because like Luke Donald seemed against it.
Oh, fuck was
He
that?
hit that off the heel of his club. I've done that.
Hatton's
Done.
on the team.
You pull that one
Oh
before?
yeah, I've done that. I know exactly what he did there. He hit it right at the V, right where the sole and the top of the club come together.
That's where I have to line up my club in order to hit it in the center
Wow.
with my long irons. I have to line it up on the heel.
Show us Jason Day
I
play.
know everything right now. So I just start lining it up inside. You know what I was hitting well?
What?
3 hybrid and 4 iron.
Well, you do hit your 3 hybrid pretty
No, I
decent.
don't. I never hit it.
You have never hit your 3 wood.
I didn't even put my 3 in my
But I
bag.
mean, you've hit your hybrid. I've seen you hit your hybrid
Off the
decent.
tee.
I've
Yeah.
seen you hit it at number 6 at Glen Arbor quite a bit.
I usually just duff it in front of me into the berm.
Well, that can happen too.
I light up on
4 iron, I'm not used to seeing you.
I didn't get a 4 iron until I got these PXG.
That on,
By the way,
PXG clubs.
PXG clubs, they sound amazing when you hit them.
All right, set me up. Hatton, a day.
Yeah.
Well,
They
I started working out when they just re-upped their deal with me. That's why I'm running the ads. So with it last time, they gave me a driver and irons to gap wedge. It was like fucking great.
Yeah.
And they paid me to do it, which was fantastic. So this time, what I wanted to do was get the same thing, but I was going to give away a set to a viewer. Like we do that as a giveaway, like PXG full clubs. And they were like, nah, can't do it this time.
All right, Jason Day's gonna make this par because he hasn't made a bogey all tournament.
Remember the year that you asked us to pick one item from the Masters Pro Shop we could have? And Jeff had like a shopping list of things that he wanted from the Masters Pro. You were
Yeah, I don't blame him.
one thing.
I still think
Flying it for everyone. I was telling everyone I knew I had a hook.
I misread it. Phil's got to hold this out.
had a shopping list of things. You're like,
I need
you
these
can't have
8
12
things.
One of these things.
Shout out to Dan for hooking that up for me. He sent me like $4,000 worth of Masters gear. And I gave away.
I still have my Masters 2020 tumbler.
Actually weird though. Like people go to the Masters and they spend like hours in line for that. Like they're riding a line at Disney, like to go into the fucking shop.
There was a line one of the days when we were at President's Cup. Remember, we went the day of the practice round, so it wasn't too bad. But the next day, it was lined up.
I didn't come within half a mile of the pro shop at President's Cup.
Oh yeah, it was nice. I think I only went in it though the day that Geoff and I went in.
This guy says, "Can you ever trust Straka again?" Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
People are allowed to have a bad.
Hey, look, think about all the absolute goobers who are playing well this week that had no form coming in. Fitzpatrick, Homa, Ludwig. Like, no. Shit happens, man. Shit happens when you party naked.
Yeah, it's the Masters. People can. This course is a different track to other places, where you don't have to always be in your top form in order to like be, in the top 30.
I bet Straka to win the Open later this year.
This goddamn commercial.
I just wanted to see Straka win so they could serve DC as a prominent thing at the
I
championship.
bet you there's always DC.
Yeah,
I'm sure
Why
they probably is.
wouldn't
It's
they-
Georgia, so it
Why
almost certainly
wouldn't
would.
they have Diet Coke? You think you go to the
Maybe
Masters?
it should
you
be
go to
Diet Coke themed desserts or something.
You think it's Tim? It's an open bar, man.
Like,
Like
do you
get whatever
think
you
that
want.
Straka's on the Coca-Cola Reddit boards like you are?
Probably not.
Maybe he is. Who knows?
Any good like merch or anything lately, Tim?
No.
Oh, Bit Faucets in the chat asked you a question, Tim.
Okay.
Where is poor Hao Tong Lee? Did you bury him in your backyard, or is he alive and
I
well?
thought about him the other day because they were showing who had taken the most shots on the driving range.
I tweeted that out.
Yeah, maybe that's where I saw it. And I was like, oh, I
I-
remember saw him at like 500 shots after he led the first round at the PGA.
His handlers wouldn't let him leave the range until he had practiced enough.
Yeah, he was like 600 par or something at Harding Park for the first round.
Jeff, you vote yet?
Phil literally played that like he was like shaving shots, like he live bet Langer.
Maybe he did. Or maybe he just wanted to give Langer his
I got my voting card. I got my voter. Thing.
I got my voting card in the mail today, too.
Yes, yeah, today or yesterday.
I don't know. It should say on the card. I actually don't know.
I always thought you had to bring your ID.
That was where I went.
I don't know.
Now I can't
Like, you
remember.
just vote for the person you're writing. You know?
Why can't I just text my vote like American Idol?
Oh,
Like, isn't there like a QR code that I can scan that's like into me? Would that make it easier?
can't stand QR codes. We've talked about this before.
Jared, can you bring the underdog QR code up on the screen, please? People click on it. I didn't know about. Jared was the one who told me about this. That he watches some like Jared's big into like the Premiership, so he watches some Premiership YouTube show,
Okay.
and they always have their like, hey, like to make it easy to deposit or like go to certain articles, they just have QR codes made.
It's
Like,
awesome.
people fucking do it all the time.
I'm such a boomer. I don't use those things.
I know.
It's
Jeff,
pretty-
Jeff, I turned 40 in 2 days. Jeff, you're 40, right? You're older than me.
Yeah, I'm 40.
Yeah, you're like half a year older than me.
Yeah, maybe like a year older than you. But yeah.
Yeah, we are the elderly millennials. QR codes are not our jam. Just
No.
like, it's just like Snap. Have you ever had Snapchat, Jeff?
Yeah, that sounds really familiar.
Was it for buying weed?
No, I don't know what it was for. I remember Vine. Is that what we're talking about?
No, Vine was like the short clips from Twitter.
Yeah, that was like that was our version of TikTok, and then it went under. Snapchat. No, I don't think I did Snapchat.
Yeah, I only know one person with a Snapchat, like of our friends.
Can I guess?
Sure.
This is who I think it is?
Yes.
Okay.
It absolutely is.
Oh, man. Look at this video.
Here's my video of a turtle. You got to be playing your shot now, not taking videos of
It
turtles.
was so bad. So, like, he comes to play a round of golf with us, telling us he's on a very, very tight timeline. So you're already under the gun. And we are making good time. We get to the last hole, and there's a turtle walking on the course. And he took 15 minutes to videotape the turtle and how it was walking on the grass. while yelling at us the whole round about how we need to speed up and not look for balls because he's got places to be.
But he's the one who searches for the most balls.
Yeah, it was a fun day of golf.
I played with him last year, and every time he put the ball in the woods, instead of having him to go look for his ball, I just gave him a Pro V1. It was a worthy investment because I didn't need him being in there for, I found 86 balls.
That's what Taylor does. He comes up with 1 million balls.
Yeah, I'm not looking for fucking balls.
Do you guys want to golf when you're in Toronto?
What's that? What'd you say?
Are you even planning on golfing when you're in Toronto? How long are you in for?
I think we're coming in Thursday afternoon till Sunday. So we could theoretically play Friday morning.
Is Tim coming then too?
Bring Tim with us so we could have his. Tim loves the lounge now.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Tim, it
Yeah.
seems like I'd rather leave tomorrow, but the lounge is...
We can get a time with Geoff.
Look, whatever. The ideal, which is not going to happen, is like landing at 11 a.m. and taking off at like 10 p.m. But that's not going to happen.
You want to be Joe Buck calling a game or something.
Yeah, I want a touchdown, and then I want to go home. I want to go home. That would be an ideal one, but I know that's not going to happen.
Well, you can enjoy Toronto in the summer.
It's far enough away that I haven't really been thinking about it all the time, Jeff. But you give me another month.
No, it'll be nice. You have nothing to worry about.
That does not
I
help.
would honestly say you had.
Telling me I have nothing to worry about does not make me not worry about.
Hold on. Okay, you're right, because I can't. I worry about weird things that someone could tell me not to worry about. But I would just say this as a friend.
Not far left. Oh, maybe it
Yeah,
is.
that's him down here on the bottom
Oh,
left.
that's much lefter than I thought.
Oh yeah, he's in there. If you can find your ball and go play it, I'm pro looking for your ball. Like, give it a minute, see if it's there. But I don't.
I would say 60 seconds. Anyone who wanted to spend 60 seconds looking for a
Especially
ball,
if there's a group in front of you, go look for your ball, right?
Yeah, you got time. Go for it.
yeah, it's different. If we're not, if we're waiting for someone to clear the green or whatever, who cares? You're not delaying me. But if we have a whole,
Let me make you feel a little bit better relative to the last trip. Like, you actually had things to worry about.
that was a whole
12
week.
guys sharing everything. Like, you'll have your own personal space where they're
Yeah. No, I agree.
a couple days. Like,
Yes, I agree.
Oh, we missed it. Unserious golfer.
Neiman, what do you do?
Finau.
Oh, Fino, yeah, you missed the birdie putt.
Right, Tim? Like, you have to be at least half. Like, there was way more unknowns about the last trip.
Agreed.
Like, at least you're in Toronto. In a hotel, downtown, any food you want. Like, what are you worried about?
I don't want anything but what I usually get.
Well, it's downtown Toronto. You can get whatever you want.
Literally whatever you want.
Chicken fries.
Well, you have to go by Garion's house to find that.
I don't know if there's Burger King.
Actually, no, it's by Paul's old place. The greasy Dufferin Burger King, which might be the most stabby place on earth besides the place by Arap's old place, Hooker
You have
Harvey.
to go to some pretty seedy part of downtown to get into a Burger King, but like, there's definitely the other fast foods that
You
you
can
like.
just Uber Eats Burger King.
I
Can
don't
you
know
do?
how to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'll just get some pizza. Put the rest of it in my fridge. Need it cold the next day.
Jared just texted me that he's down to golf. He's also behind the camera. You could have just chimed in, Jared, on the mic. Could you get 2 groups, Jeff, or is that too much?
No, I could get 2 groups.
If we get 2 groups, we could do it.
Problem is, it's like, yeah, I could get 2 groups. Well, I don't want to overcommit. It is Friday morning in like the summer. But yeah, I don't have much pull, but I can make something work.
Yeah, I mean, if we can book 2 groups now for a Friday 2 months from now,
No, it doesn't really work like that.
I have no idea how it works.
Yeah, no, there's not like.
All right, so we're closing up here. We'll see what Scheffler does in the trees. The cut's gonna be +2, so Spieth is really the only guy, unless someone like really melts coming in, but he's directly on it.
Just to look at it like precisely, because the leaderboard is giving Scheffler the prominence, and he could bogey. At the moment, it would be Rory with Connors, and then
Rose and Bryson.
Yeah, Rose and Bryson. And then if Scheffler bogeys, and then right now it would be Scheffler.
He's got trouble.
He'll hit like a swinger out of here somehow, and it'll chip in.
I thought
It'll be Hatton and McCarty, and then potentially Scheffler and Lowry.
Maybe he'll pull a Billy Ho and just hit it left-handed, like immaculate.
Card and Hovland.
No, I did not see that.
He turned his club over from like 135 out and just hit it to 30 feet and made the putt.
Oh, wow.
Day and M, Aberg Matsuyama, Reed Morikawa, spicy. Schauffele Fleetwood, Riley Kim, your boy Kim.
Oh, Michael Kim. I was hoping that Daniel Berger could somehow get paired up with Patrick Reed. Remember when Daniel Berger ratted out Patrick Reed?
Yeah, Burns.
I wonder if he's going to have to take him unplayable.
He might have to.
Taylor, I think, is getting the honor of Daniel Berger.
How he's going to be able to create a stance here.
He needs Phil as his caddy, is what he needs.
Yeah, he better pray there's a sprinkler head somewhere.
Just kick it out. No one's looking.
Yeah. We're just here for fun.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Give yourself, fluff it up a bit. Give yourself a lifter.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to say, I think I'd be pretty surprised if one of Scheffler, Rory, Bryson didn't win. And I guess that's like the obvious statement. But
Yeah, no, I agree with you. In our chat the other day, our golf chat, when the worst
He didn't
player,
have a single good shot, let alone 15 good shots.
the worst player we know in our chat, Jeff, was going. I was like, man, I'm awesome in a scramble. You know, I have like 12 to 15 like really horrible shots around, but I have 12 to 15 awesome shots around. It's like, no, you have 0 awesome
We played
shots
together, and he offered 0 shots to your scramble team.
So we
0.
We had a 2-man scramble team, and we ended up losing, and we used one of his shots through 15 holes.
Yeah, whereas like my partner and I were picking each other up. We were dunking it in off the fairway.
Making 40-foot putts.
I made a couple super long putts. We were having a great time.
You two were playing me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't playing great.
No, and Brad was doing nothing. Like nothing.
12 to 15 great shots per round.
Okay.
According to him.
Brad did a great drive, Brad. You need to hit one. Dead right into the woods. Dead left into the woods. Every time.
What's he going to do?
15 great
Get
shots.
down on one knee and just try to advance it a little bit.
What?
Sure, bag out of the way.
You should pray to the Lord first, then hit this.
See, you don't want a club that's too lofted here. I haven't hit shots like this before. You don't want to have a club that's too lofted here because it gets caught.
I'd move that golf bag.
I just said that. He's got to move that back.
If it was me and we were just playing a normal round, I'd move the golf ball and bring it out so I could hit it.
Of course.
You just have a seat like Richie Tenenbaum.
He's going to take off both of his shoes and one of his socks.
Just walk off.
Oh, here comes a rules official. Great.
What is it that he wants? He's probably wondering what he can move around the ball.
Would you know how you always complain about how the NFL refs are like your dad's age, Jeff?
Yeah.
Would it be weird to see a golf rules official that wasn't a really old man?
Yeah, like some 26-year-old.
Yeah. Like, I know all the rules. Like, you could be a rules official.
Oh, absolutely, I could be a rules official. I would relish that.
Oh my God. Look at this guy.
They're going to let JT play. Scotty's having a nap. He's just having a sit.
It's like one of our golfing friends who likes to lay down on the course.
He does like to lay
There's
down.
a pause.
He also likes to golf in a tank top. They didn't let him do that.
I heard
What's Scotty trying to get out of this? Just like what if he's going to take a drop, he wants to take it.
So both of the restaurants that we went to, like you had to book a table and everything like that, the service was so bad.
that's what
It
I
was
heard.
so slow.
Do you think that's because of the deportations?
No, I don't think it's because of the deportations.
Do you think it's intentional? It's like,
I
take your time,
do.
enjoy your meal, you're in no rush.
Yeah,
you're on vacation.
I think that it's more of that.
Okay.
We were like, I'm hungry. I just played 36
No, I
holes.
get it.
Like,
No, I
give me
get
my
it.
fucking food.
I get it. What is he asking for? Oh, is he claiming the camera is in his line of sight and therefore needs a drop?
Yep.
Did
Well, they
Minwoo shoot
should
him
have
a party
cameras.
today?
See, because the camera should be movable.
Nope. He's like stomping on it on the ground. That's not even by his ball, is it?
No, but if it's in his,
Oh,
if it's in the path of his shot, and it's struck with his shot,
made a 17-footer on 17 to get to 1 under.
Who made it?
Spieth.
Oh, good for him.
1 under.
Oh, here's
Sorry, 1 over. Sorry.
That's no good, but it's close.
I have a silly question. Are the rules officials like just the PGA officials or like Masters members?
Well, it's not a PGA event, but I mean, they probably draw people in who are PGA officials, sort of like in the Olympics. They reference.
That's what I mean. Usually just
Oh my goodness, Hatton! He just missed a 1-footer, and now he's like
6
feet away.
Holy shit!
He hit the cup and it spun out. I'm sure they will show a replay here if he doesn't. Just
oh my god, he was. Oh,
Oh, he's going to lose it.
That was like a bunny.
no, he fucked up. He's looking at the ground.
Yeah, you can't miss that putt.
Lunatic.
This guy sticks at Ballister.
Hatton, you fucking idiot.
Smash a like if you're here if you haven't done that. And thank you, we got to 50,000 subs this week.
That's great.
We had this is the biggest Masters week we've ever had, like by far.
That's awesome.
And if you can hit Bryson, that's great news. And we already hit Rose, so it's already a winning week. That's always good. We haven't had a winning Masters week in a really long time. I guess I hit to make the cut last year.
Yeah, that was a huge hit.
But it wasn't like a first round leader or a winner is like good vibes.
We had first round leader last year.
That's right, you did hit it.
Yeah, with the same Bryson. So what's his play here? He's going laterally.
He's going to hit it at that man and try to bank it out. He's like, you stand
I think
here.
he's trying to tell the man that obstruction is in his path of shot or something. I don't know. Just hit it out for heaven's sake.
Bar, what's the name of the man?
Call a clock.
I wasn't expecting that. That'll shake up the pairings for sure.
Yeah, Hatton going back down.
Now it's Scheffler.
Yeah.
I don't think so. You'd have to make it from. You'd have to hit it from the fairway in.
Well, only Spieth and Scheffler like have that vibe.
Just punch it out. He probably doesn't have much of a backswing here, granted. But
Matt McCarty's teeing off late tomorrow.
And we got it up. It's fine.
yeah, that's all you could ask for.
Did it really need to take 25 minutes to do that?
No, it did not.
They need to have a common sense rules official. Like, nah, fuck off and hit it. We're docking you 2 strokes.
There was no reason to carry on like that for that long. To do what he was certain he was going to do 20 seconds after seeing the ball.
We'll say Rose is taking an awful long time to hit shots.
Well, at least he's last.
Hadn't made his comebacker.
That's good.
And guys are struggling down the stretch here.
I mean, Hatton's putting on the last 2 holes has been comical, right? What the fuck?
I was pissed Lowry didn't get 13 or 15. But then he went par coming out. I was like, okay, that kind of balances it out.
For sure.
Average score, it's got to be over par.
Yeah, so assuming, Pat, that Scheffler makes bogey, let's just say that for a moment, it'll be McCarty with Lowry and then Scheffler with Hatton.
Depending on what
Hatton's got 18 to play still.
Scheffler could make par or double here. It's weird.
What do you think the winning score is going to be, Jeff?
Let's see. Well, that's not a great shot from Scheffler.
You know what? Hey, Tim.
Scheffler's way over the green.
I'm going to put
and it came back.
Here, and that's a great question. You go first.
I predicted before the tournament minus 13, and I think I'm going to stick with it.
I said if you posted minus 11, I'd take it and take my chances. I actually think you're right, but even at this point, if you just get to minus 11 and stay there, you're going to be inside the top 3 probably.
Okay.
I don't think Justin Rose would take minus 11.
He shot 71 today.
You'd have to shoot, 70 and then 70 to get there.
I just don't think if you said I'd put you at 11 right now, or you could play it out, I think he would think he has to play it out to win.
Probably because he's already at minus 8, but you ask any of those minus 5s if they can get to minus 11, they'd probably be like, yeah, I could probably win.
Okay, you're right. That's a totally fair. I got nothing to combat on that. So good point. Yeah, Scheffler in big trouble.
Well, it's not big trouble. He actually hit that post and it came back. So
I think actually hit a dude's like
he has an opportunity
bag of memorabilia.
up and down.
I think he hit a dude's bag of souvenirs under his stool, and
Okay, he can still make bogey.
He can still chip this in for par.
He could. He's already done that.
Scotty.
Which way? That way or that way?
Spieth's travel. Probably a slice, if I had to guess. It's a bad Spieth miss. I think he's going to hit a nice one here, though. I was going to hit.
I do too. It's a little right, but it should be fine. It'd be in the fairway.
Oh, no, it hit the tree.
It hit a branch.
Down it goes.
And I don't know where the hell it is now.
Little slicey. That guy will find it, don't worry.
I actually need him to.
That's a bad break. Actually, I think that would have settled on the right side of the fairway, right by the collar.
How far back is he?
Quite a ways. He's got to be as far back as Scheffler was.
I mean, I have just a round 2 head-to-head, I said, with Min Woo. They're tied. Right?
Obviously, he has to make 5 or better on this hole.
Well, I'm just happy he can't make 3. Oh, there it is. He'll make a great par, too, I'm sure.
No, he's not in enough trouble to make a great par. He needs to be behind a tree somehow.
Yeah, he needs to hit his next one into the bunkers. 53 players at +2, so very close.
See, so the people in the chat say that the way Rory is playing 14 under is there. Someone said Xander is -3 today, didn't score on the par 5s. He can get it done, but it's happening to everyone.
Yeah, that's right. You still have to get through 2 rounds where you're going to, the
Play
winner is
great
probably
and
going to
score.
shoot. Yeah, the winner is probably going to shoot 1 really good round and 1 round around par.
Yeah, like a 68-71.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the winner is going to shoot, or 66-71 if they're further back.
So what are the odds? What are the odds right now?
The odds right now are, let's see.
They're probably a little messed up.
What's Coolback cooking up?
Yeah.
Might even be down until Scheffler gets in, so they know what they're dealing with.
No, they got Scheffler.
There's always a price, Tim.
They'll just post Scheffler as if he's fine and then readjust it after.
Okay.
So Rory's the favorite.
Understandable.
And Bryson is just behind him. So +333, +350.
5-1.
Scotty's 5-1. Rose is +850. Connors is 14. Lowry's 18. Hatton 22. Morikawa 28. Victor 30. Ludwig 30. Dave 40. Hideki 45.
Scheffler just dropped to +450. So
And Xander's 55. Then it drops to Reed at 90.
Those sound fair. Scheffler's going to make 5.
what's Matt McCarty?
90.
100 to 1.
He's 90-1.
Okay, so Scheffler will make a 5, and yeah.
Remember when Scheffler used to miss these all the time? I enjoyed that.
A little bit.
And now only Rahm misses those every time somehow.
And then it goes,
What did
how
you
is
say
that possible?
Hideki was, Pat?
What's that?
What did you say Hideki was?
Hideki was 35, I think.
Not enough. That's like not even close.
Hideki is 45, sorry.
That's a nice drag.
Yeah, still doesn't feel like it.
You know,
Yeah, that's fine.
you don't want to be down the right-hand side here.
No, but he's in the fairway. Right up against the second cut, but he's okay.
Is this guy going to make it?
Doesn't matter if
He is. Oh, no, it came short. Take a piss on it. This guy should just play dongs out. Like, that's his thing. If Liv got rid of team play, do you think it'd be more watchable?
Well, I don't know what it would be at that point. It would just be then it would just be
Another tour.
another tour that isn't the PGA. Like it needs that team event to make it something different than what it is.
But did you find it strange that in Doral, like they really had to force in the team
well,
stuff?
because it wasn't close. Because the team
How
stuff
big
was
does the sample size need to be for it to be like? Is the sample size big enough to acknowledge like no one fucking cares?
I mean, it's like the number one topic in golf all the time. So you tell me that no one cares, but
No, watching it though, watching it.
Yeah, it does nothing for it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know
That
what.
being said, the PGA, like, despite its obviously in this moment of leverage, if like Liv gets crazy and does like another like signing, like another phase 1 signing of like 8 guys, then like,
Rory wins the Masters, goes to Liv. I've done it. I'm out of here.
I
But
mean,
like someone like Ludwig just gets, $400 million offered to him. Did you say no?
I think they've made it.
do you think they're gun shy after the ROM thing? Nothing really performance based, but like it moved no fucking needles.
It didn't, and I mean, I tried to articulate this on the Wednesday night stream that I had. And I don't think that I did it properly. Is that Liv has Bryson, but Bryson doesn't do anything for Liv.
No,
he does everything for himself.
Yeah,
like, he's not making people watch Liv. People just tune into YouTube.
Brooks doesn't even wear Liv apparel when he plays in the majors.
Yeah, but that was part of Brooks's probably.
No, but fair enough. But that doesn't do anything.
Also, you like the guys that wear their Liv stuff. Except for like Bryson.
Some of it looks better than others.
Some of it's like Charles Schwartzel was playing. He looked hacked.
Yeah. Some of it does not look good. Some
The
of it
aces
looks
don't
okay.
look horrible. Like DJ and Reed are always like dressed fine to me.
Like Bryson's stuff looks fine.
Yeah, because Bryson has his own other sponsors too.
Yeah.
But the other guys look like they play on the fucking Corn Ferry tour. Like,
It's not always
like they hired someone for $10 to do their Photoshop.
Yeah, like Hatton looks fine up there,
Yes,
and Ron looks fine.
correct. Their team colors actually work well.
Yes, Legion 13.
All right, is that going to do it? Pick a winner.
DeChambeau. I'm not going to get off him now.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
can't
I
change.
want it to be Lowry.
Who? Okay, Tim. At this moment with this leaderboard, who absolutely can't win?
Say
And don't say McCarty.
I actually am going to say Hatton.
That's probably
Fair
good.
enough. You just watched him miss a 1-incher. And
No,
he's
because I
gonna,
think his fieriness will be his undoing.
and he's like, hasn't he verbally said he fucking hates this course? Like,
Yeah,
those guys.
I think it's got to be Hatton.
Spieth kind of has AI face.
A little bit.
I bet you're right. He's a lovely. He does.
He's not. Have you seen Potgeider?
Yes, I watched him when he lost in the tournament to Highsmith.
He looks like Jason Duffner with
He
gigantic.
didn't lose to Highsmith. He lost to Campbell.
Or Campbell, sorry. You're right.
How did
Campbell.
Campbell do?
Campbell made the cut, didn't he?
Good for Campbell.
Were you shocked that Campbell pulled a U on his drive in the playoff, slicing it into the trees only for it to bounce into the fairway?
That's good fortune, isn't it?
Yeah, Campbell's in at one over. I did not think he was going to make the cut. Last he did. So I got my first round leader, and I got a huge bet on Dunlap at -130 to miss the cut. And Lowry's my only out here for a winner.
I'm picking Rory just because, not like for betting, but you're asking who wins. Like, I'm just picking.
If it can't be Lowry for betting for me, I hope it's Rory or Bryson.
If it can't be bet Rory, Bryson, or Connors. Like Connors would be. I know we already did this, but Connors would be awesome.
I really don't want Connors to win.
I like the idea of Connors being in our life for the rest of the next 20, 30 years.
Hold on. We can leave in a moment. I just want to follow up on this. You just would just be this annoying. Why not Connors? Like, why?
He does nothing. We already have a boring Canadian. No one who is famous if there's nothing. Like, if
That was his turn to step into that spot.
any of the Canadians could win, Hadwin at least has personality. Like, he would be fun. He's just not as good.
Yeah, okay.
If I had to nominate one, it would be him or Adam Svensson because he's sponsored by Coolbet now.
That would be
And
awesome.
if he wins a major, then we can go to these majors.
No, I think it would be awesome. I can't. I mean, like, my mother-in-law would text me about it. And last time she texted me about golf, she said I looked like Valimaki. Remember?
Oh yeah, from afar.
Tim, this leaderboard is so good. I'm having
It's
bad
a
thoughts.
fantastic leaderboard.
Tim, I'm having the bad thoughts that you don't like that I have, where I'm scheming. Can I just throw myself down the stairs tonight to stay home all weekend?
Oh, Jeffrey. You know what you could do? PVR it, turn your phone off, and then watch it when you get home.
No. I'm playing home games. I'll be okay. I'll be fine.
Just PVR it and watch it later, and it'll be fine. And
Are you
turn your
sure
phone-
you have Rory or Connors or Bryson are playing for the Masters? There's the Satyrs going to be a problem. But I hope everyone has a great weekend. I hope everyone wins more bets than me, which is 0. So good for you guys.
Well, if you won on Justin Rose, first round leader, consider coming to Toronto to see our live show on June 7th. If you go to the newsletter, then the tickets are available in there right now for anyone who's a sub to there. You can do it. or you can just go over to the Mayo Media newsletter and check that out. It can be me, Jeff, Cuss, Pizzola, Gary, and Cam, Paul, Jared, Cody, Kenny. Kenny's flying up for it. A ton of people are going to be there. So you guys should come too. All right? I'm Pat Mayo. Thanks for watching.